What's happening, beautiful people? We haven't seen you in a while. Where you been, Lee?
I know. I've been in fucking Maine.
14 days I haven't seen Lee.
It
Something
hasn't
like
been
that.
14 days. Well, close to it,
Close to it, yeah. Like 12
10 days,
I
yeah.
thought my heart was, I missed my little Jewy fuzzy friend. You know what I'm saying?
You miss torturing somebody.
Nah, I always miss you. I worry about you. Things could happen. I don't know if you got mugged yet. So,
Trust me, that's like the biggest question on the internet
would you
right now.
stop? I
What do
know
you mean
it's
would
the
I stop?
biggest
You
question.
just brought it up.
But we want to mug you somewhere. Like people are like, you know what? We're just going to mug them on an off state. Like next time you go away with Josh Wolf, they'll mug you in Virginia.
That's exactly where I'll be May 30th.
There you go. See, I can feel it. I can fucking feel it. Yeah, it's been a great couple weeks. Last week I didn't do shit, guys. I was not feeling it at all. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it last week. I didn't do comedy. I wrote a little bit, but basically just worked out, stayed at home with the girls. I was pretty quiet all weekend, too. I didn't do anything till last night. Last night was the first night I said, you know what? Let me wash my muffler and get out of the house.
No, when you say you didn't do anything, how many milligrams were you taking?
That, dog.
The only problem, I didn't do shit. I did do 1,000 milligrams a night.
Friday night, I think I just ate like a half a mushroom chocolate bar. Like that was it. And I got a little giggly, whatever, but it was just like in passing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing really stuck me. There was no anchors to the ground. But Saturday, I went to a communion party that started at 1, and I knew there was going to be good food.
Oh, yeah.
So I took 600 milligrams at about 11 o'clock in the morning. Just to be ready, tip-top Magoo, as soon as I walked in there at 1, no stories. And sure enough, I sat down. I did a couple sangrias just to loosen up the fucking whatever.
But then, like, whenever, if I ever am that high and there's food there, like, I'm not gonna say hi to people when I walk in. I'm just gonna walk straight to the food.
No. I walked in, sat down, said hello, gave the kid his fucking envelope, and then I attacked. You know me, why fuck around?
Dude, you saw me at their house a couple years ago. I walked in, didn't say a word, and then bagels appeared, and it like saved my life. But
those are good fucking bagels.
Yeah, if they come in a brown paper, I've never seen bagels come in a brown paper bag.
That's
before.
the old school way. That's when you know they're real. A Jew never delivers in a fucking silver container. A Jew shows up with a brown paper bag he's been carrying for years in that desert.
Oh,
there's everything in there, mofongo powder, everything, just to keep everything alive. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
what? God damn it! What's up, dog?
I had some bagels like in Maine, and because before people would be like, "Oh, I had like it's not," and I didn't know what they meant. It was my first like not New York bagel and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is what they're talking about."
You've been eating non New York bagels since I fucking knew you.
Yeah, but then
this guy used to buy the Sara
here.
Lee bagels, the ones you bring home and put in the toaster. I'm like, Lee, you can't do that shit. Again, you live in the great. This is what I'm talking about. Even when you're in the greatest city, you still take the dumbest chance. You should start hanging out with my brother George more often. Both of you. I don't know what's going on, the circuitry. You don't eat a bagel. You live on fucking, what do you live? Times Square, right? A couple blocks from Times Square, you said? Okay. You don't eat, and all of a sudden you go to Maine, and now you decide you want a fucking bagel up in Bagelville.
I eat bagels here. I'm just saying.
What is Maine known for? Grapes or something like that?
They actually are known for blueberries. I didn't know that.
Blueberries, yeah. I knew it was grapes or something like that. So what makes you want to eat those things?
They brought it to the office.
Well, then just because if I brought a piece of shit in a fucking hot dog, then when you eat it, no. You're Jewish and you wanted to save the $10. So you opted in on the food they brought in.
I gotta be honest, it's not even the money thing.
You don't even eat breakfast, you fuck.
Unless it's free in there.
Oh, okay. Unless it's free in there.
Dude,
I don't want you eating outside bagels no more. You're a New Yorker now. Maintain it. You're a fucking Marine now. Maintain it. No more puffy bagels. No more Sara Lee bagels. None of that shit. You're in New York. You're a Jew. Act like it.
So what, should I like pick it up and throw it away?
When you see, don't even pick it up. Just go, I got to go get a bagel. And they'll go, why? There's bagels here. No. This is mushad. This is dog shit. This is dog shit. I'm on the East Coast. I don't deserve to do this to myself anymore. I did it for fucking 23 years in California. I'm not doing this.
Right.
I'm not doing this. And you walk out and slam the door like Clint Eastwood. Bah! And make sure you put your scarf behind you. That's when they know you fucking mean business.
I should start wearing a scarf. Why don't I wear a scarf?
Listen, I don't know. If you wear a scarf, I'll stab you. But anyway. Yeah, I went to this fucking thing. I was stoned when I walked in there. I had hit the pipe, and I got some good weed this weekend. It was 39, 38, and 36%. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit.
And it's good?
Oh, my God, it fucked me up. And I went in there with the edibles, and at first I started off slow. I took the tomatoes off the mozzarella because I love the tomatoes, so I just ate the tomatoes with pepper. I wanted to start off slow. Then the baked clams came. There were too many breadcrumbs in there. I don't know what's going on with people. How many breadcrumbs? There's a clam this big, and you put 2 teaspoons of breadcrumbs.
Yeah, because you want to hide the clam.
Yeah, no. Hide the clam in what?
And breadcrumbs.
That's like eating a 400-pound chick. You got to find the clit. You got to fucking, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to play find the clit. So it's the same fucking thing, right? Nobody wants to play that game.
Okay.
It's tough enough to find the G-string when it's in there. It gets cupped in between a little fat leg over here, and you got to pull it out with a fucking scissor and cut it like an umbilical cord. You know what I'm saying? So
None of the chubby girls I had ever wore thongs. It was very sad.
you got to wear it. Listen, the thong is it's a size smaller.
Yeah.
So if they eat a lot of donuts or they get fucked in the ass, it just pops. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look at Lee. He's like a little retard.
You buy a chair that I have to fucking dangle my feet with, it's going to happen.
So yeah, I had that. I had some baked clams. Then the chicken came with the fucking potatoes and the scarpiello. Not too good, but I ate the chicken to get protein. Took
Okay.
the chicken off the bone.
0
to get every
points.
protein. Then they were going to make steak pizza at all, but he didn't want a red sauce on it. Let me tell you something. It was one of the best cuts of meat I've had in a long time. I must have ate 50 pieces of those little meats.
Did you leave the kitchen?
I wasn't in the kitchen. I was in the fucking banquet hall like everybody.
Oh, it was
else.
a banquet hall. I thought it was
What
at their
kitchen do you
house.
thought? What,
I don't
was a
know.
chef? And then they brought. Listen to this. They brought baked Zeppelis.
Ooh.
Baked. The first bite, you're like, oh, this is different. But then you're like, holy shit, there's no grease. I must have ate a whole fucking bag. They had every table had a bag of them. I kept mingling. I kept going over to every table, just stealing one big one. They look like white horns. By my area, there was a circle of white powder. It was like 1987 in my fucking area. There was white powder everywhere on my sweats, my fucking shirt, my jeans. I ate a whole bag of those fucking things. Delicious. I'm going to tell you what else I ate the other night. I told you I got super high the other night.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to see what these Krispy Kremes are all about. I'm going to stop at McDonald's and get a glazed Krispy Kreme. Dog, I tell you what, not bad. I only ate one of them. I gave the rest to the girls. Then we threw them out the next day, 3 of them.
Were they hot? Like, did they warm them up?
Warm, yeah, they were. They're in a little thing. And, I mean, listen, not bad.
Well, of course, it's a Krispy Kreme. It's always going to be good.
But they only got 3 brands. They got the white one, the clear, the chocolate with the sprinkles, and maybe something else.
Yeah, but it's McDonald's. Like, that's how you know they want us dead. If they had Krispy Kreme at McDonald's when I was going to McDonald's 4 or 5 times a week, I would be dead right now.
Listen, they should just put a casket outside McDonald's. Like the first guy to get like a business, call it McDorkins, and put it next to McDonald's, a funeral parlor, and then like bury people in their favorite like quarter pounder casket, fucking
McNuggets.
McNugget casket, the whole fucking thing. It wouldn't be like right now if you fucking opened up a funeral parlor and just put like caskets made out of
The French fries, yeah, you could put a whole family together.
French fry, you could put a whole family together. You could put them in the car eating the French fries, bury them, and 200 years from now, exhume them. The skeletons will be dust, but the French fries will still be there in the package, and one finger will be stuck on the bone. By the time you go get it, it just dissolves.
Dude, that's a crazy. Have you seen that? Where like scientists will have like a McDonald's meal under a glass for like 30 years, and there's not even mold on it. Like that's how like there's like 3 or 4 of these that I use. There's no. I think I ate more fast food than like how they have like that Spotify Wrapped, like you're in the top 1% of U2 listeners. I think I was probably for a while in the top 1% of. I would eat fast food every day when I was 300+ pounds. I love fast food, and it's disgusting, and I still like it.
I heard somebody saying that Wendy's is just
Oh,
god awful.
they ruined. It was the best Wendy's was number one when I was growing up. When the cups were yellow, and they had someone was just they were just talking about this in Are You Garbage. They had a salad bar that had pudding and Jello on it for free, and then and then the spicy chicken sandwich. This sandwich used to be big, and now it looks like they microwaved it. I hate Wendy's now. Wendy's was number one, and now it's
Who had the
just
chili?
I never had the chili. Wendy's had chili.
Let me tell you something. The chili kept me together from 1997 to 2000, maybe 2001, because the chili and something else was on the dollar menu.
Probably a burger.
There was a burger, the little, and the baked potato. So fuck, for $6, man, that was lunch for me. I get the chili, the baked potato, which you didn't eat the skin even back then. Like I like the skin.
Right.
I always eat the skin first, but not there. The skin looked a little fucked up, but the potato is okay. And then I'd eat the cheeseburger with it.
I'm surprised you ate the chili. Isn't that just like the day-old cheeseburgers that they just put in there?
You know, I didn't know. I don't know. At that time, listen, I was so I went day to day. So it was whatever I got. You know, I was on that Josh Wolf block by Vista. I either got a turkey burger from Josh Wolf or fucking, you know. So I went, one of the places I went to was Wendy's, and the other place was, what's the Chinese place down the corner from there? It's well known. Like, it's been there for fucking.
Oh, like an LA place.
Yeah, it was right there on the corner of La Brea and Sunset. There's a Chinese joint.
Oh, is it it's not the Chinese theater, is it?
No, is that the little fucking La Brea and Sunset?
I don't know where anything is.
Sunset of La Brea has a Chinese place on the corner that I went to for years. I forget what the fuck the name is. But I would go there, get lunch, and at the same time get my headshots done. There was like 20 things in that area to do. There was 1,000 things in that mall. They taught karate upstairs. Then across the street was the other headshot lady. And she was really hot, Asian. And her husband looked like Santa Claus. And we would go in there every day to make copies. And one day the husband died. And somebody told me, like, the husband died. I'm like, I'm going to go in there and get dibs on that woman. It must have been like 98, 99. And I remember me and my friend Ricky Cruz had the biggest crush on that Asian woman. And we would go over there every day and try to hit on her. And she wasn't budging. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, nah, I'm no mood. But she was hot. So we would go over there and make those printing copies. That whole neighborhood was like an actor neighborhood. So everything you needed was in those couple streets. Fuck, it's going to kill me not to know the name of that Chinese joint.
Well, we'll look it up during the break.
Okay.
But so you'd go there and eat and get like the lunch special?
Lunch special was huge there.
How is it? Did you get anxiety about that? Like, because I know you didn't. It didn't seem like you minded being broke when you were back then. Like
I was used to it. It was just, listen, after a while, you get used to it, and you think you're going to be there for the rest of your life, so nothing really matters. You look at your credit card bills and you go, minimum payment, $300, good luck. You know, you used to look at your credit cards and go, I owe $60,000. And you look at the bill and go, I'm never going to get out of that.
Like that number could be 6 million at 60 grand.
You're never going to get out of that. Like at that, there's a number that you could always get yourself out of with an extra job and pray that your tire doesn't blow up or your engine doesn't blow up or your cat doesn't swallow a needle. You know, I remember being broke, dog, and my cat swallowed a fucking needle. And we had to scrape up $600 in like 10 credit cards. Like 32 off one, 18 off the other. You know, but that's the things that set you back. When you're trying to get debt off your fucking what? It's that fucking flat tire. And they can't get it. Now it's a $250 tire. That destroys you.
And it always happened, at least to me, it would always happen like right when I thought I was doing well. Like it would be like a couple weeks or a month of like, okay, I'm ahead now. It's okay.
Money away. Everything's good. I filled up my tank. I got groceries. And then you have you hit a pole. I remember one day I hit something. And I called Ralphie to bail me out. I mean, there was no way. I just called him and told him the truth. Ralphie, I don't have a dime. I got no tires. And there ain't no way I can make a living or get anything to eat. He's like, go over to Goodyear. The Goodyear on whatever. Tell him I sent you. tell him to call me up. I'll give him my credit card number. I had to do that once with him. It was just, there was no hope. There was no way I was going to get 4 tires. Even if I went to Las Filas and went to those little Mexican shops where the tires are $20, even at that, I couldn't afford $80.
Right. Because I've thought about that a lot. Because I've been very blessed that, like, things get expensive and I have, money gets tight. But you think about that, like a single mom or anybody who they're like, hey, you got towed, it's $200. And like, I don't.
Yeah, the car's done.
There's no way I'm going to get it.
$200, the car's done. I'll never see that thing again. Because if I do get $100 and then I'm looking for another $100, I'll buy a gram of Coke because I'm depressed because I didn't get the other $100. There's always, guys, there's always something. And there comes a time in your life when you go, okay, I'm in this debt. College. Like I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, and she has been out of college for 10 years, maybe, even longer.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying she still owes 50 large.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you walk around every day with a student loan debt of 50 large. I'm not judging.
That's
I
probably
used
low.
to walk around with a debt of 400,000 and not answer my phones. I couldn't even get a phone. It took me 12 years to get credit. And it started with Sprint. That's why I'm very loyal to Sprint. Because Sprint sided me for $200 a month. My package was $189. So every time I went over, they shut my fucking phone off, and I had to run down there and pay $2.25 and shit like that. But Sprint billed me back up, and
Right.
then Terry put me on a loan. I paid it back, and fucking, there was just so many things. But I disappeared for so long.
Yeah.
Those cards started collapsing in 92. I disappeared. I was like, I'm getting a pager. If these credit card people get a number of a pager, I'm hiring them. They're fucking the best. Because they would call me anywhere. I'd go to the bathroom here, and the phone would ring. You, Joey? Yeah, somebody wants to talk to you. Hey, it's Visa. It's Tom from Visa. Where you been? You were supposed to send that check last week. We never got it. Listen, your card's going to get cut down this Friday. You got to get a minimum payment in real quick to keep it, And you're like, minimum payment? It's Friday. I got to make rent.
Yep.
Your minimum payment is going to the fucking landlord.
And there's they don't work with you at all, really. I've noticed.
No, who's going to work with you? You're a bum. You didn't pay the light bill.
No, but even if you do pay, like
You didn't pay the water bill. You're a bum. You didn't pay it for 6 months, and then you did this. You're a bum in their eyes.
Right.
I sold cars, so I remember the credit reports and how the banks will look at credit reports. And how every time, there's so many things to affect your credit rating to make it stronger. And there's a lot of things you could do that works against it. You don't even know.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, let's say on the other side, let's say you start doing one, you can start making payments, and you get busy, you're working, and you're late by 2 days. And like, sorry, we're going to ding your credit report. Sorry, late charge.
Listen, if you've been working, you could call them sometime.
Every once in a while, but some of them are assholes.
Dog, I know. It's like, all right, people tell you not to file for bankruptcy. But if you call those debt consolidation places, they're fucking worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they cut a deal, they get it wiped off. So, listen, in my situation, when you look at a bankruptcy, you're dead for 7 fucking years. That's a long time to be dead for. That's dead. That's dead. I was dead for like 13 years.
And was it hard for you to like get? I mean, you weren't even applying
I had a credit
for
card
apartments.
that was $250.
Okay.
That was 82%.
Jesus.
So if I put a sandwich on it at the airport, it was just to travel. My wife got me a $250 card just to travel, but it was 30%. So if I got a cheeseburger, it was $42. And that shit was ticking. That's another company that would call me and go, hey, you're at $298. You better make a payment right now. We're going to shut down the card. It was fucking brutal, And then I had that. The pager, which doesn't fucking get you anything. And then a friend of ours opened up a Sprint store on Hollywood on Sunset, right by the comic book store where we did the podcast at.
Yeah.
Right there. There used to be a Sprint store there.
Okay.
And he told me, he goes, come in, I'll get you hooked up for $200. Come in. And I was like, he ain't gonna do it. He fucking did it. And then that builds up a little bit. And then, guys, who the fuck knows? To this day, I'm still leery of credit cards.
They're very scary.
I'm leery of credit cards. I'm happy they're ATMs. I'm happy that when you go there, you got the money in the bank. And that's it. It's yours. It's not yours. But that other shit, that's the quickest way of shooting yourself in the head. It's like the other day. And listen, you guys are going to look at me and go, Joe, you're a hypocrite. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. The other day I'm watching this fucking, I was watching something, sporting event. And Terry, my wife, goes, that's just weird that there's a sports betting line on the TV. And I go, Terry, this is it. Listen, when you grew up in this area as a child, guys talk gambling all the time. So eventually you put in that first 5-timer, which was $5 to win 25 or lose 30, and you get, and I grew up with 3 or 4 people got into gambling problems. But I predict in the next 10 years, 5 years, the gambling problem is going to be worse than it's ever been. Because it's introduced to these kids at a young age, and it's accepted. When I was 18, you had to call a guy, hi, Black Cavalier. Now, you just put 200 on your books, and you're ready to rock. At 18, 19, little Joey, the kid around the corner had 3 or 4 accounts. He's fucking 10. He's 10. FanDuel and another one, These kids figure it out. I don't give a fuck. The same way we figured out how to get somebody to buy liquor for us, they figure out how to open up. They'll go in front of the mother and take their hand while they're sleeping. And there's 1,000 things, right?
And even then, I'm sure kids get credit cards on their phones now, and bank. All you have to do is attach it to a bank account. I mean, luckily, a lot of these major people they verify everything, but you never know. They could get into their parents' account and place bets. I'm sure that happens. It's the whole even just everything the phone brings to kids is crazy.
Everything, everything in your world is on your fucking phone. Somebody steals your phone, they're crafty, you're done. You're done because they've allowed that. They've allowed it to put Apple Pay and this pay and boo pay. I don't pay nothing with my fucking phone. I got an ATM card and I got a pocket, and that's where I pay from. I don't need to. King, king, like a fucking idiot to be cool in front of your friend. I don't need that. I don't need to order ahead.
You don't order ahead?
No, I don't want them to know I'm coming. Why are you going to call somebody and let them know I'm coming? You're going to shoot me. I'm coming right into your hands. You want to poison me with that coffee or whatever?
Nobody gets.
I don't do none of that. I show up and you put the order in and you watch them. You look in their eye. You black dog because they don't know. Who's the order for? Lee. Okay, they don't know fucking Lee unless you go in there every day and you start a relationship with them. But today, nobody talks. They go to a counter, right? There's a food. They put a bag on a thing.
Right.
You walk in, you look at it, thank you, and you walk out. You don't know. They don't know you from Adam.
No, people steal that stuff all the time.
Yeah, I would, dog. Can you imagine in my day? Shit, I'd be eating for free like a motherfucker right now. Walking into Starbucks, fucking lifting. I see it all the time. And people they leave it there. They wait for the Uber. How many times have I been at Starbucks with my daughter? And there's a couple of those drinks and fucking cherry drinks. And all of a sudden some fucking dude walks in like he just ran out of a track. Like he's just getting chased out of the racetrack in Freehold, which is closed. But he comes out and he's like, the Uber. So Uber picks up coffee for you.
Uber will pick up anything you want.
I'm too old school. I can't do it.
No, I
don't want to order ahead. Unless if I have to order, there's 2 or 3 things I could order from my favorite restaurant, Osteria. I could order chicken parm and they'll cook it for me. I could order anything and they'll pick it up. And I trust them.
Right.
Everybody else, I don't want to trust nobody. I want to go there and order and see what they do and how they act, like with a Chinese restaurant.
Right.
I want them to see them make it. It's right there, the kitchen.
But you can't usually see into the kitchen.
There's 2 restaurants in my neighborhood you can see in the kitchen for Chinese places.
I had no idea that was part of the...
Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing. When they get the food on the wok, the cat, they throw gasoline on that motherfucker, the thing blows up. They're yelling, "Atao, atao, papi, pa."
Do they ever get mad at you for just staring at them? Are you like mean
No,
mugging them the
I'm
whole time?
fucking amazed by them. Listen, if I go to how many restaurants you go to there, a la fresco, whatever the fuck, where the kitchen's wide open and the chef, I would never work at one of those places.
No.
Like if I was a chef, listen, this is what I need is a bunch of fucking jerk-offs looking at me. Go fuck yourself. El Nido has a 3 tables for VIPs that you just look in the kitchen.
Yeah, they have
No.
tables in the kitchens at some restaurants.
No, I'm not doing that. I got to perform like a seal now. It's hard enough I got to cook. Now I got to have 3 idiots like, looking at me with a fucking glass of whatever the fuck they're holding. I forgot it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday. What a fucking fucked up holiday.
You didn't like Cinco de Mayo?
Well, it's like a bullshit holiday because it doesn't. Even Mexicans don't do it. It's for white people to drink margaritas. Like right now, if you go anywhere on Route 22, any of those Mexican explosion, that's what you're gonna see. A bunch of white girls about to get raped. You know what I'm saying? With that fucking tequila and shit, letting themselves off. Somebody slips a roofie with a tequila, you're done. You wake up, what happened? Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. You dumb fuck. You should have stayed home.
It is kind of amazing how like there's so many holidays that if you boil them down, or just people want to get
bullshit.
fucked up.
But you don't know. You only know 1 year when you puke on that holiday. When you puke on Cinco de Mayo and you wake up the next morning, you're like, what? I went to a bar, there was no Mexicans there. There was not one Mexican jumping up and down. The only Mexican was the busboy. And they treated him like shit. They were whipping him, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, and like, what about like St. Patrick's Day? Isn't that really not like? Do Irish people really care about that?
Yeah, but listen, you don't want to entangle the Irish.
What
Just
happens
leave
with the Irish?
alone. Just leave them alone. It's their day. St. Patrick is Italian, right? That's how fucked up it is. So just don't worry about it. If they offer you a drink, you take it. Like Mother's Day is bullshit. It just makes me sentimental. I go, what the fuck? Mother's Day is every day.
Right.
In your world, Mother's Day is every fucking day. Calling them, thinking about them, whatever. Right?
You'd hope so.
And then Father's Day, that's the worst. That's the worst of all the fucking holidays.
You don't like it?
No. Like, I fight hard every day for that little fucking munchkin.
So what? And you don't want? I don't know. It's not nice.
What are we going to do? Go to a park, look around?
You get to grill.
Happy Father's Day. Let's go eat. There's nothing there. It's a homemade holiday.
That's true.
It's like I think they're going to change a bunch of holidays back. Like
To
they're
what?
going to bring back Columbus Day and something else and something else. No more Androgynous Day. That shit got cut out. That's it.
There's one change that I saw that I wanted to get your opinion on.
Which is?
They're opening Alcatraz.
Okay.
Let's just say they do. Could you imagine, like, being sent there? That's fucked
Well,
up.
after the guy mugs you, well, they'll send him there. How's that?
Let's hope. Well, yeah, fuck him.
Have you been to Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Me too. I've been like 2 times. Tremendous. You take the fucking boat out there. I don't think people would survive out there now.
Yeah,
I think it's been a big difference in weather, climate. That's a cold motherfucker out there.
probably.
I'm going to repeat it. That's a cold motherfucker out there. I'm going to repeat it. That's a cold motherfucker. September, you go to those stadiums, you freeze. I can't even think about October when Barry Bonds was hitting those home runs into the ocean, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Those games were fucking, you freeze to death. You would see those people out there like freezing.
I mean, it's California. I knew it was a little colder. I didn't know it was that cold. Do you think it's...
Dog, I remember I went up there with Felicia. I left Burbank Airport. It was 100 degrees. I had a white T-shirt on. And I landed in San Francisco, and I had to stop in Fisherman's Wharf and get one of those Welcome to San Francisco sweatshirts. In July, it was fucking 60 and freezing because that wind comes off that ocean blazing. Blazing.
Yeah.
Remember, so what's the writer? What's the famous writer? The coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Yeah, the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
And
Mark
then-
Twain. There you go. So Alcatraz is a prison unless they reheat it. It's so outfunctioned now.
Yeah, no, they couldn't put people there now.
Yeah, but it doesn't, listen, here's what The purpose of a prison is punishment.
Right.
It's not for you to go to a vacation or anything like that. That's the real purpose of a fucking prison. And to try to get rehabilitated, which they don't give a fuck about. They think putting you in a hole with no windows is going to rehabilitate you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, what's that Colorado Supermax? You don't even see sunlight there.
Really?
That's under the fucking ground. They built it in.
Oh shit!
So it's like 2 or 3 floors in.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I wish we had all this shit used so we could show people. But all that shit was a prison that was built down. So it's like either 2 or 3 floors. That's where America's worst are at. All the terrorists, all the people, that's where they put them. You're not ever going to see fucking daylight again.
They might like Alcatraz then.
Who?
It's kind of pretty.
Yeah.
Like to go from in the ground? I didn't know it was in the ground. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
even trying to be funny.
No. I'm not talking about Alcatraz. I'm talking about the one in Colorado.
Right.
Supermax, whatever the fuck. And then then you're going to open up Alcatraz, which again, it doesn't pertain to me because I'm not planning on doing any crimes.
Of course not.
There's 2 or 3 I'd like to do. I'd like to do them.
That's all. I would have thought it'd be way more.
That's it. So if they open it, listen, prison in this country is a business.
Uh-huh.
There's no end of topic to it. There's maybe 3 people who'll tell you that, yeah, we could do it and people could get better. No, it's not. It's just a business. They open up halfway houses, prisons. You know, it's a business. So, yeah, we got more criminals, so you might as well open up more prisons.
I can't imagine. Like, it just, to be in Alcatraz just seemed extra scary. I didn't,
It's 24 hours.
because like no one's ever escaped.
Well, they did. Clint Eastwood escaped.
I apologize.
Nobody caught that dude. Nobody found the body. They just found the shackles years later. Okay, the sharks could have fucking ate him, but that dude was never found. So let's just say he didn't really escape. He tried. He tried.
Right. A bunch of people. I think it was like 12 or 14. I think I read today.
And nobody.
No, only that one guy who like they didn't find.
They didn't find.
But it's I don't know. But like the amount of money it would cost to rebuild it. Like like you just said, prison is a business. Do you think we should be spending like our money on like building? I don't know. That seems fucked up.
I mean, who we're going to throw in there? Homeless people?
I guess.
And give them their own island? Homeless island out there? Send the migrants out there with them? You see, today they didn't have the sweatshirt on. Today they had the camouflage hat. I saw like 3 of them walking around with the camouflage hat, my favorite migrants. But no, all jokes aside, listen, it's like anything else. If you build it, they'll come.
Right, yeah.
You build Alcatraz, rebuild it. I don't know what it's going to cost. I'm not a construction. This is the first I heard about this.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, listen, keep opening them up. And there's a bunch of other prisons that are fucking shut down maybe. Ratty, listen, it's a prison. It's not supposed to be the Four Seasons. It's fucking prison. Yeah, you got your little Lompoc for the Italians up there in Northern California. They go up there and learn how to play tennis and ride horses. You got the one on the East Coast. I forget what it is. You got prison camps that are fucking pretty nice, but you've earned your time. You've paid for an attorney. You know what I'm saying? You maintain him. You covered your bills. Now it's time to celebrate a little bit. You go up to Lompoc. That's where all the pimps go. But not everybody's going to get to go up there.
Right.
Know? So, you know me, dog. I ain't planning on going back to jail. But
fuck no.
So I don't think. And then you have the one in Cuba that they're using.
Oh, Guantanamo.
Guantanamo. Aren't they using Guantanamo, too?
Just for them.
What's that?
Just for them, for the migrants. Alcatraz too.
Oh, it's just for migrants?
I didn't know that. Yeah.
But why are we building? See, again, I don't want to get into politics, but why are we building a jail to put migrants in there?
Detention center.
Send them back. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. See, when you're like let's say I didn't have paperwork and I came from Cuba 14 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I do something wrong, anything. I throw a wrapper on the floor. If a cop pulls me over and takes me down, it's a whatever violation. They could take you back to Cuba.
Damn.
If
Okay.
you get in trouble here, not throwing a piece of wrapper on the floor, but you know what I'm saying. Like if I commit a heavy duty crime and they take me down to immigration, they could pull me out of here. And then for those people are going to just shoot me. That's all they do. They just shoot you. You're a traitor to the country. You came here. You left on a raft.
Oh, if they send you back to Cuba?
Yeah, if they send you back to Cuba, they just shoot you. And everybody knows that. That's why they have all these fucking people trying to get human rights violations down there. There's tons of them, and they don't give a fuck. They're a communist country. You think their prisons have TVs and remote controls, and they give you 3 eggs for breakfast, and it's club fed? You think that's what they got down there?
No.
Dog, it's brutal. There's no air conditioner. That island gets hot. Power goes out. There was a jail that they would just make them walk around naked. Can you imagine that? Being in a prison with men naked. And there's a hole in the floor, and that's where you shit and piss. Good luck getting to that fucking hole.
Especially where I am now. Like, I can't. Like, if you grew up there, like, I don't know. If you grew up there, is it less crazy, or is it just as crazy?
If you grew up in Cuba,
Yeah.
Well, half the people in a Cuban prison aren't there because they're real criminals. It's because they broke a political policy. Like
They're putting people like that in that kind of prison.
Okay.
I thought this was like Supermax.
Well, no. They have a couple prisons in Cuba. They have many detention centers and shit like that. But in every province, as they call them, they
Okay.
probably have a prison, right?
Okay.
But if you don't go to school, like, I forget what the rules were. If you didn't go to work like 3 days in a row, they put you in jail. They do a ton of shit to you that we don't know about, or some of us do, but they do. But I know when I met people 40 years ago that were just getting out of Cuba for Mariel, it was brutal. On Saturdays and Sundays, you had to go to a meeting place, and Fidel spoke for 8 to 10 hours. And you have to stand there in the heat. And there's people watching in the audiences to see if you're falling asleep. You have to clap after everything he said. You had to do all that shit. If people saw you not clapping, they come over, get you, and throw you in fucking jail, give you a beating. It's fucking brutal. And to think that we're 90 miles from that, and it's been close to 60 years, 70 years, 60 years that nobody has done shit.
Right. I mean, and that's like it's a hard question because I don't want to get political either, but like there has to be some fine line. Like you were an immigrant, like so like you understand where these people are coming from. Like a lot of people are in fucked up situations, and like that's kind of what America was built on. But it obviously went like a lot too far.
It's really weird how I feel about all that stuff. When I first moved to Jersey, a couple miles away is the Club 35.
Okay.
35 Triple X. It's a club that my friends owned, and it's just a strip club that's buck wild. It's buck wild in there. But the first time I went in there to see him, he said to me, all those girls over there are Cuban. So after a couple minutes, one of them will always come up to you and talk to you, and I started talking to one that was young and nice. She was about 25, and I'm looking at this girl, and she's beautiful. I mean, she's beautiful on these streets. If you dressed her up and shaved her eyebrows and, got her tightened up, she's a fucking knockout. She was blonde. She was funny. And, I would give her like $30. Just sit here, talk to me. And I would ask her creepy questions about Cuba. And she would wait for me some nights. She'd go, it's Wednesday. You're going to come. Like the whole thing. I liked it. I don't know. Ever since the club closed down, I don't know what those fucking people are doing now. But I would talk to her, man. And it would make me really fucking sad.
Why?
That place is still doing that. Like these people get on now you could leave. Now if you do the paperwork, you could leave, but you got to leave somebody down there. Like this girl had her mother down there. Her father lived in Miami, but her mother was down there. And she was taking trips once a month to go down there. That's why she stripped. But they're hookers. But they've been hookers since they were 14.
In Cuba?
14, 13, they're out there for the tourists and all these fucking animals that go down there to fuck 14-year-old hookers.
I didn't know that about
And then
Cuba.
these girls come up here and they're buck wild. Cuban chicks, when they go off the rails, they're buck wild. They'll say shit to you that you're like, oh my God. Like she was talking about sucking my ball through my asshole and sucking the true sperm out of it. And I'm like, why are you talking about it? This ain't going to happen. They're on a different fucking level. And I would talk to them, go, how long have you been doing this for? Since I was 14. Sometimes I'd be sitting there watching the game, and she'd come over like nothing and go, "Come on, go have a good time. Go get your dick sucked. Get any one of these chicks to suck your dick." I mean, it was fucking insane how that's their mentality. But I would ask them about like different things, the food. And man, it's not good. It's not good.
What happened?
Just they don't have no meat.
Really?
You get like a laundry list every month of shit. 3 cans of ginger ale, 8 eggs, but you got 30 days. You eat we eat 2 eggs a day, right?
At least
30 days. That's 60 eggs. They get 8 eggs for 4 people for a month. They could probably get like 2 cups of coffee for a month. You got to keep reusing the filter and figure out. They call it white coffee. That's what they call it in Cuba. White coffee now with some shit. They don't even have the coffee no more. The soil where all the fucking those great tobaccos were grown, that soil has been abused. There's no good soil left. They've been banking on that soil since fucking 1920. It's 2025. That soil is fucking. That's why they're coming from the Dominican Republic, are they not? There's like Dominican cigars are big.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
That's they got a grid that hasn't been built. That's been, I think, a pirate built it. The electrical grid. Every time there's a storm, they lose power for 3 or 4 days.
And it's still a communist country?
Still a communist country, but then on the other side of that, again, I'm talking hypocrisy because my cousins are there.
Okay.
My cousins belong to the National Cuban Band. And guess what? They don't suffer. They don't suffer. They have beautiful homes, swimming pools. They get great money. My cousin performs every night. I'm not talking shit about her. I'm just telling you the realities of that fucking communist country. These people, they barely eat. They got no shoes. You see the cars in Cuba? Fucking a Cuban could fucking fix a car up, dog.
Right. They're all like 70-year-old cars, right?
Yeah, 70-year-old fucking cars. And they still got them on the road with duct tape and elbow grease.
And I just don't know. Our problem is they're a communist country, like, so we don't let anything go in. Is that the deal?
We have an embargo. So nothing American could go in there. We can't help them. We can't do anything. So they would maintain for years off of Russia. And then Russia went broke, and then they cut them off. So I think the only thing Cuban has is sugar. Yeah. They trade, but not sufficient. And the government takes all the big packages. You know what I'm saying? They just give you little buds.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, listen, we could sit here and talk about Cuba. There's places in Africa that are like that. I mean, listen, man, we goof around a lot and all that, but what's Palestine look like? Think about all these places now on earth. Think about what our fucking freedoms are. How we get up and go get a hot dog. We get up and fucking go smoke pot or something like that. And then there's these fucking people and then you have to think about how lucky was I that God let me be born in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you ever think about it? You could have been born in Africa with flies on you and people coming up to you with a dish in their mouth trying to talk to you and shit. And you're like, I don't know what the thing. And I'm not saying that's bad. They might be looking at us.
Yeah.
Go and look at those billy goats in America with everything. But you ever think of that? That's when it really gets scary, when you're like, how lucky am I that I wasn't born during fucking, in India during the fucking, the cow scare of 1922 or whatever the fuck it is. You guys don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
You have to at times go, why was I so lucky that I was born in this country instead of Switzerland or fucking somewhere that's not kosher, where you see people like, you ever see that late night commercial? And all those people have the fucked up lips, and you got to send them money,
Like cleft palate or whatever.
Yeah, palate. How come we weren't born there? How lucky or what? So when you start thinking about that, you go, you know what? I got to do something with my fucking life.
Yeah. We're very lucky.
So it's pretty fucking interesting. Let's take a breather. We're going to talk to you about a couple things today. DraftKings, Nick, Blue Chew. You know how we do it. We'll be back. Hey, Uncle Joey here. Listen, I'm trying to class up my life, and that includes nicotine pouches. Nick is the best, so that's what Uncle Joey's going to use. Let me tell you something. These pouches are made with natural coconut fiber instead of wood pulp, and the flavors are amazing. Right now, I'm going to pop my favorite over here. This little raspberry lemonade is tremendous. My favorite. Listen, they got a bunch of flavors and nicotine strengths to choose from. So the world is your oyster. They even have a 0 milligram option available this month so you can dial in the perfect experience. Listen to me. It's time to upgrade your nicotine pouches with Nick, just like I did. Right now, today, my listeners, the church family, get 35% off when you order through my exclusive link at nykdpouches.com/church, CHURCH. You can use the code up to 3 times. 3 times. Don't wait. Get 35% off right now on nykdpouches.com/church. And check out the church bundle with my favorite flavors. That's nykdpouches.com/church. NYKD products are only for adults of legal age, you little young hooligans. And every order is age verified, so don't even try it. This product contains nicotine. And warning, it's an addictive chemical. But listen, get down with Nick, Jack. Yo, Uncle Joey's here, and UFC 315 is almost here. I almost made that like a little rhyme. We got 2 big title fights with Muhammad versus Della Maddalena and Valentin Shevchenko versus Marion Fioret. It's going to be a good time, so you better get those bets in with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the UFC. If you're brand new to DraftKings, here's something big. New customers can bet $5 and get $200. Bang, bang, and bonus bets. That's insane. But we got it going on over at DraftKings. Where else can you get $200 to bet out of nowhere? That's right. Do you want to sit on the sidelines or you want to get in on the right there, under the action? Hear the punches, the kicks. DraftKings got over. DraftKings got how they're going to win. TKO, decision, or a knockout or submission. It's tremendous. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Pressing code JOEY, Joey, to get it on the UFC 315 action. That's code JOEY for new customers. New customers to score $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings, where the crown is yours. Ha 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 ha.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
We're back, bitches. Anyway, Lee Syatt is fucking done because he took a week off. He went to training. Everything was good.
I took a week
He
off.
went up there with his girlfriend. That means they're on 5 milligram edibles and the whole thing. And then he
Do
went
I ever
to,
get to defend myself?
then
No,
his
it's not a
mother's
week
surprise
off.
party. He
It's
couldn't eat.
400 milligrams.
Yeah, but that's why.
Yeah,
'cause
but what do you mean that's
we
why?
gotta shock the fucking system. You took 10 days off. Didn't even bring an edible up there with you. Dicked around for 2 fucking weeks. You know. Now you want to tell me, I know what I'll talk about. My mother's 70. Listen, leave me alone, all right? You ate Puerto Rican food at some white people's house.
No, Puerto Rican food
Nah,
was really
they're
good.
white Puerto Rican.
But yeah,
trust me.
dude, if anyone had 400 milligrams, people come up to me and they tell me, like, I've had doctors come up to me and be like, we're surprised, like, you're okay.
Oh, tell them to go fuck themselves. They're all pussies, dude. These fucking doctors. They're a bunch of fucking pussies. They don't know dick about dick.
They know something.
I'm surprised you're still alive. If they knew so much, how come when I took the 800 milligrams in the hospital and my heart rate was up above the moon, how come they couldn't figure it out, okay?
Because they don't think people
And
are
they
going to
looked in
dose
my eyes
themselves
for
with
like
edibles
10
in
minutes.
the
They were looking
hospital.
in my eyes. They had lights in there. I'm like, you find the fucking helmet, you fuck. And they couldn't find it. So don't believe it, doctor. They don't know dick about the THC world. I've been involved in the THC. I'm 62 years old. You got to, at this point, you got to say he's been doing something for 50 fucking years. Because 12 is usually the starting point. I've been in this shit for 50 years. Nobody's died. Nobody's OD'd. Nope. Well, there's a couple people who have become retarded. But God loves them too. You know what I'm saying? God loves the retards too, and I'm one of them. I know it's affected me, but fuck, you're not going to come to me with some Chinese story about reefer. Maybe anything else or pills or whatever. Not reefer. I've been living proof, and all across the country. All across the country. From Thai weed in 83 here, all the way over there to the shit from the Golden Triangle before it was even the Golden Triangle.
What's the Golden Triangle?
I'm not going to tell you. It's those 4 cities, like up in Northern California by Humboldt and the other ones, and they grow weed up there.
Okay.
It looked like fucking coke in the 80s. That's how many white powders was in the fucking bag. So now people are going to come tell me about THC. I don't fucking think so. That's why when I go to weed stores, I just get aggravated. When people tell me that, oh, it's 29%, but you got terpenes. Listen, these terpenes don't do nothing. I need torpedoes, not terpenes. Terpenes are for faggots. I need torpedoes to shoot in my fucking brain. Dog, we don't even get high on 29, 30% weed. I don't.
No.
I got to put it up there and add macukia juice to it and fucking, we've worked hard for this tolerance, and I'm fucking proud of it. So fuck you and fuck them. And fuck the doctor, too, who's going to tell you. I hate when people, listen, you're not going to tell me that you got a license to smoke weed because your foot hurts. Listen, I'm too old. Just look me in the eye and go, listen, I like getting fucking high. Okay, then. Don't tell me you get high. Not you. I'm not. You
No,
look
I know.
at me like I'm accusing you. I'm not accusing you. You're a good egg. What
Thank
I'm
you.
saying is that fucking, people want to right away, well, he's been smoking pot. I'm sick and tired of people blaming everything on fucking drugs. And maybe you were a retard when you started and you shouldn't have done drugs. Did you ever think of that? Because I know that was my problem. I wasn't ready for drugs, but I indulged in them and then went deep. And I wasn't ready for that. It broke me. And somewhere I made it back. I don't know where the fuck I made it back. I'm not all there, but I'm not fucked up either, hearing things. I live a very normal life. It's not like I'm fucking, what do I care? If the weed keeps my powder dry, so be it. You have to
Right.
figure out in life what keeps your powder dry. For some people, it's reading a book. For some people, it's jumping off a fucking building. For some people, it's getting their dick sucked. And for some people, like me, I'm very content when I get smoke weed at night. Very content. Very content.
And is it something you see yourself doing for the rest of your life?
Fuck yeah. Till I'm in that fucking recovery room with the ear cancer and the fucking, you can't smoke in here, the oxygen. Go fuck yourself. I'm blowing the whole place up. Yeah, I'm blowing the whole fucking place up. I'm not going silent at night. I'm Uncle Joey, bitch. Speaking of which, we've discussed this person on the show again over the last couple months because it's my entertainment right now. I don't have much entertainment, but my form of entertainment is to torture certain people. I've been waiting 8 months to torture this girl, and she finally gave me the answer. This morning, I wake up at Monday morning like I do every fucking Monday, 6:15, and I just picked up my phone. I have my Whoop on there for sleep. So I usually do that when I'm waiting for the coffee to brew. I hit the Whoop button, and it tells me how hours I slept, how many times I woke up in the middle of the night. And usually, because I don't do drugs anymore, I don't have anybody calling me late at night. Every once in a while, I got somebody from California. There's a guy that's a writer that hits me up, but he fucking forgets. Like, I get the text message at 3 in the morning. I'm like, this guy's and he's from New York. That's what really burns me up. And he still texts me at 12 o'clock thinking it's 9 here. That's how retarded he is. So I got to hit him up every once in a while and go, what the fuck, how? So this morning I woke up to 3 texts. And one of them was from this crazy girl. And I opened it up, and she goes, good morning. I just want to let you know I went to see a palm reader, one of those people, and he said that you should be in my life. And he told me, or she told me, that I'm from a different planet. And I always knew that I was from a different planet, but then I went home and told my mother, and she said that she's honored that that planet let her raise this girl. Now,
Hold on.
dog, I don't know what this is. So I put the fucking phone down. I get my glass of water with 22 ice cubes. I drink like 3 glasses of water. I go outside. It was raining this morning, but I still went outside. I had a hooded sweatshirt. So I went outside. I thank God for giving me another day. I'm thankful for what I got and for what I don't got. And then I deal with the world. And after I finished that cup of coffee, I deal with the world. I didn't even deal with it then. I went downstairs and I sprayed the shit in my lungs and fucking read Yahoo. There was something I wanted to see if Houston won last night. I was looking through all that. Then I finally went out, I smoked, and I came in. I go, now I'm ready to look at this fucking text message. Because sometimes I think I can't read. Sometimes I look at text messages and I don't even know who sent them. Like sometimes I can't see that. It's dark in my room when I get up, and then I just go to the bathroom, pee, put my sweats on. So I look at this message again. I got a message from a buddy of mine and some other lunatic. And I look at her message. This is the one I wanted to see again. And again, I read. I went to see a hand reader or whatever the fuck. And he says that we should stay friends and that fucking I'm from another planet. And I always knew I was from another planet. Something just crazy talk. I had to put my glasses to actually look at it. And that she told her mother, and the mother said she's honored that the planet gave her to raise. And I'm like, wow, this is fucked up. I didn't even answer it. I just erased it because it was too heavy in the morning. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that heavy in the morning. I got a 12-year-old, and she's going to come down the stairs any minute with some fucking nonsense. And I sit there and take it. You know, I'm to that point where I just turn the chair around and sit there and watch her just spiel about something that I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah, but that's...
But then I thought about it throughout the day, and I'm like, this is my hook to torture. I get like one of those lights that people put up in front of those clubs in front of New York. You know what I'm saying? When you pull up in your limo and the light's going around.
Right.
We'll put one of those things in front of her house, like 50 yards, like a beam of light that just shines through her window when she's watching TV. And we'll set her up like that, little by little. Leave like Martian shit on her car or something.
You're going to, she's going to go nuts.
So who cares? She's already nuts. If somebody goes to a palm reader, like if I went to a palm reader as a goof and this motherfucker told me that I was from another planet,
how would you feel?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I'd tip him and walk out of there. Well, I don't know. I don't fucking know, but I wouldn't believe it, you know. I mean, I don't even want to get into that because then the fucking conspiracy people come up to me, but it's just fucking weird what's happening in America today. It really gets... Grab the water. It's okay. Did you see that? He just had his hand up like Chiller Theater. Remember? He had that little Jew hoof up like he was scared. He couldn't even know what This is 400 million. And I ate like 6, this motherfucker.
I didn't see you eat 6.
I ate 2 here with you. And I ate 1 on the way up, and I smoked a blunt on the way up because it was bumper-to-bumper traffic, and I couldn't see. So I said, fuck it, if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. If you're not going to see with all this rain, I might as well. I had this half a blunt left, dog. I smoked it yesterday at my daughter's game. On the way to the game, because I was running late, I was fucked up. My wife went and got McDonald's for everybody. I killed that shit. And then me and her were both sick last night. We had stomach aches. I had like 6 of those McNuggets and some fries.
Ooh.
And a Dr. Pibb, and I was fucking fucked up. Mr. Pibb, whatever, Dr. Pepper, I don't even know no more. What happened, Lee? You're not going to give me the hand? He had the hoof. Who is right? Yeah, I told you. We ain't fucking around here no more. We're adults now. You know what I'm saying? The church in L.A. was something different. You took 2-3 years off. And I told you, we're going to kick it back up again. But then you started fucking around with those edibles from New Hampshire and the faggy bagels and the whole fucking deal. And then now this is why you're like this. You could eat 400 and fucking do backflips when I met you.
No, first of all, no, I couldn't.
Yes, you could. Now you eat 400, look at you. You're not even going to remember the score of the Celtic-Knick game tonight. That's how fucked up you are, cocksucker.
It's not going to be good.
No, but it's okay. You need this once in a while. You were too much of a...
What do you mean?
Last week you had a faggy week. That's bullshit. Work, a surprise party for mom. Come on. We got to pick it up a little bit. You got to tell me about some sex clubs. I got to have
clubs.
I got to have Eric come back here and take you for some sex club.
That.
That's what you need.
I don't want to go to the sex club, but I love to see
You
Eric.
need something. You need something because you're too,
There was one...
You live in the city, you eat a bagel in New Hampshire. I've never seen anything like this. What?
There was a sex club that opened up in Connecticut right next to a church they just found.
Okay, did you join?
No.
Then why are you bombing me for? Did you bring me a coupon so you could call them up and harass them?
No, I think they're closing it because it's like right next to a church.
Oh, well, I don't understand. They work from strength because if you want freaks, go to a church. That's all all those people that pray to God, they're the ones that fucking fuck little hookers on Tuesday nights after bingo and all that shit. They go down there and fuck a black chick even though they tell their wife they're racist,
Right.
That's what Christians and Catholics do. They're disgusting people. So a fucking hooker house next to a church would be the perfect fucking thing.
Well, it wasn't a hooker house, but yeah.
But anyway, I'm thinking of taking this girl like an Eddie Bravo grounds.
Oh my God.
Like running an all assault phone, video, tap into a house, make little fucking woo, like make those noises, outside the window.
Isn't she going to watch this?
Huh?
Isn't she going to hear this?
What she want?
Wouldn't she hear this?
No, she don't watch this. She's too stupid. She wouldn't even put this on, even though that, she's too stupid.
How long do you think this assault will take?
Right now, it's May 6th. By the time I get the wheels going with some torches, because you can't just hit them with one torture. You got to hit them with 3 in a row, like something in the car, like they get like a beam of light in the car, and that's easy. That's easy. That's around the corner. I don't know where she lives. That's the problem I have. That's the only thing. I got to follow her home one night, my wife's car or something, and fucking, yeah.
It's so secretive. It's my wife's car.
I just got to, when somebody tells me that they're from another planet, now we got to work this. We got to work this. We got to put like a little, like the hat Norton wore when he thought he was Captain Video, like one of those hats, the Space Rangers, the space hats that you put on.
Right.
We should put one on her car just to let her know we're coming for you or whatever. Well, I got to watch that movie with the Martians and the old people. What's that movie when the Martians come to the old folks' home and they get all that energy to fucking swim?
I don't know.
Come on. None of you motherfuckers ever saw that movie? One of the greatest movies of all time.
I know the people that were in it. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah. They're old people and they're at an old folks' home and Martians came and put the eggs in their swimming pool. So if you swam in the fucking pool, you got the strength of the Martians. And these guys were 60, 70, fucking breakdancing. That's right. I did see it at your house. That's right. With Wilford Brimley and the guy from 48 Hours. The old guy from 48 Hours. He's in
Is it Cocoon?
Cocoon. Cocoon is a badass fucking movie. So I could put something like that. I got to watch Cocoon to see how the Martians attack. Maybe War of the Worlds. But everybody thinks they come in satellites and shit. So I got to work it differently. We got to hit her from a different perspective.
Or you could just leave her alone and hope she goes and tells someone else about this stuff.
Nah, it's too much fun. We got to push her over the hill. One time we got just a little push over the hill to make her believe she's a Martian.
Oh my God.
That's what we need to do. I need to make her believe that she's really from another planet. And then she'll fucking, listen, I don't need to do anything. I could just move on. You're right. But, come on. I haven't had that type of fun since Eddie Bravo with the CIA. You know what I'm saying? When I told Eddie about the Joe is in the CIA, that was my best work up to date. Or when I used to call you and tell you not to pick up the phone because the cops were going to call you, don't say a word,
Yeah.
and I hang up on you, same thing. They're all done to, like, I'll go to a house and steal one of her shoes. Like, right, you break in a house and steal all her shoes, but only the right one.
Oh my God. That's
And leave a note.
diabolical.
Leave a note. The Martians only dance on one foot. See, I'm thinking already. This is what I need. I need a little group here to help me, and we could fucking do this correctly. Push her over the top. She leaves the state.
And
She
I was
moves
just
to New
asking,
Mexico and wait for Martians.
is that the goal? Like the goal is to get her to leave?
I have no goals anymore. I'm an old man. I just want to giggle, smoke dope, and it's fucking insane how Friday night, I didn't want to tell you guys, I was really upset. I told my wife when she got home Friday night. I told her that right to her face. I go, I did this, I did that. I went to the weed store, I did a couple things. And she go, why didn't you? Because they went to see a play Friday night. And she goes, why didn't you go out? Why didn't you And I'm like, I sat there all night thinking about what I was going to do. And then I said, you know what? I got Patreon, like Patreon money that I never spent. I go, maybe I'll cash it out and go to a strip club and just throw a bunch of singles up in the air. Right? Like, I even thought of that. And I'm like, nah. And I was thinking about all these, maybe I'll go up north. Maybe I'll just walk into a disco. I was thinking about going to that fight. Now I kicked myself in the ass. You know, was it that fight at Times Square? Roberto Duran. We fucked up. Mike Tyson was there, Roberto Duran. I would have died just sitting. I would have, because there were VIP seats. I would have just sat next to Roberto Duran and picked his fucking mind all night. He loves talking Spanish, whatever he could remember of it. You know. Huh? Garcia lost. Yeah, I knew that. What do you think? It's fucking, that was Monday, cocksucker. You don't think even a bird by now came over and told me, hey, Garcia lost. But, you know, I just felt bad. I'm like, I could see, like, weekends, I used to lose my mind. Like when I robbed a lady downstairs or a lady upstairs from me, it was a Sunday. Because I get bored on the weekends. I don't listen. I don't eat on a Wednesday. It don't bother me. I don't smoke pot on a Wednesday. It don't bother me. But on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got to be doing something. You got to smoke some dope and eat some food. And that's when I would just rob you. Like, by Friday, I did my worst crimes on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I just didn't even have the patience. Like, enough with this shit. I'm eating a steak. I'm getting the Chinese Szechuan beef. And all I wanted was Szechuan beef, pork fried rice, an egg roll, and a $20 bag of reefer. I don't ask for much. I could see if I was saying, well, I want to go to Club Venetian and walk in with a helicopter. No, I didn't want all that shit. I just wanted shredded beef from that Chinese restaurant in Fort Lee, pork fried rice, an egg roll, a little wonton soup with some noodles, and I'd walk across the bridge. How's that be? I'd walk across the bridge to save on bus money and burn the calories I ate from that fucking Chinese food. But after a while, and this Friday it hit me. Like when my wife came home, I was this close to crying and going, what type of man that's 60? And I told her, I got to go to that fucking Bourbon Street and throw singles up in the air. That money's not going anywhere. It's just single money. I could just throw it up in the air, like $1,800, like, and just go, woo, and make believe I'm a big shot. I'm like, no. Why would I want to do that? I mean, nothing seemed good.
There's nothing like, what about, no trip you'd like to take?
No what?
A trip?
On a Friday night at 8 o'clock or at 7:30 at night, there's no fucking trips. I'm talking about immediate. What can I do to get my fucking whistle hot and to keep my powder dry on a Friday night? There was really nothing. I mean, I'm not going to one of those Jersey restaurants with the chubby chick with smoke around her and she's doing some belly dance routine and they got the John Wick music when they shot the Italian chick. Oh, in the background. I don't want to see that shit. Like, what's her name? Lori? What's the chick from North Bergen that goes out every weekend with the hairpiece? She's got the fucking hairpiece and the whole thing. And
She's loving this conversation.
Yeah, they go to some club in like Teaneck and there's always that chubby Arab dancing. I don't want to see no chick dancing with her stomach out when I'm trying to eat fucking food. And they got that creepy John Wick music in the back and all these New Jersey people that are fucking basically white trash are sitting there making believe. And there's a bunch of mokes walking around with giant shirts on a Friday night with hats, jet hats and tattoos. And I'm like, nobody's getting pussy in that place. Look at the shape of that fucking place. Ain't nobody getting a fucking piece of tart in there.
No.
So I was like, when Terry got home, she goes, you didn't do nothing. I went out for a ride. I did this. You know, I couldn't get myself. There's some days, bro, I love to eat at a restaurant. You guys know me. I fucking love it. If I didn't have to eat at home, I'd be the happiest man in the world. But every time I go to a restaurant, it's drama now. Except when we go to our little restaurants. But even tonight, these motherfuckers got chicken noodle soup. What am I, 80? I'm 62. Fucking give me some love in there. But every time, like if you go to a good restaurant, it's what water do you want? Do you want a cocktail? Just give me the fucking food. Can I get a selfie? Yeah, can I get a selfie? And you're like, you know what, man? I'm just trying to fucking eat my food, you know? So I don't even go out. Friday nights is a shitty night to go out anyway, by me. All the restaurants are packed. There's a wait list. Where you going? You want to go fight people? It's not even worth it. The food comes late. They don't come at all, you know. Yeah. What happened to my fucking steak? You wanted a steak? No. I'm sitting here because fucking, Moses is making a comeback. The fuck is wrong with people?
And it would be better to do it on a slower night because I went when it was busy and it was really loud, so it was like hard
Where?
to hear people in Boston.
Yeah, you went on Friday night to a surprise party
Yeah,
with 80 people in the room that you don't know. You fucked. Anyway.
I'm just saying it's hard to hear. So we went on a slower
Sure,
night.
it's hard.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything as it is.
Right.
If you have a conversation with somebody, I can't hear you. I'm lost. So never mind music and John Wick music. Whatever that shit they listen to. And I'm supposed to be impressed. Oh, I love this. You're from fucking Kearney. Okay? Knock it off. You're from Kearney. You've been sucking dick since you were 8. And now you want to tell me about fucking, the fuck is wrong with people?
I have no idea.
You don't need to have an idea, my brother. It's another week. What do you got for comedy this week?
This week I have a couple of shows. I have a show actually. I had a Temple on the Lower East Side on Thursday.
Okay,
Which
bomb
is
alert.
hysterical.
Bomb alert. There's going to be
It's
3
gonna be
cops
so
out there and shit.
And then on the 9th, I'm going to be at Morristown at the Colonial Comedy Show.
What is that? That's not the dojo?
No, it's next to the dojo, or it's near to the dojo. It's cool. I got it vetted by Vic.
All right.
It's cool.
Be burning bridges.
I'm not.
Making me nervous already.
I'll give him a call, but
Ali Akbar! Anyway, that's what you're going to hear outside your little Jew show Thursday night. Ali Akbar and a spitball.
But yeah. And then I will be with Josh Wolf in
You are?
Virginia at the end of the month.
That's the end of the month. Why are you confusing people?
Because you brought it up earlier.
Huh?
Because you brought it up
Oh.
earlier.
No,
then
May 17th is done, dog. We got next Thursday, we're at the dojo. Little
Cool.
pre-impromptu show. This Thursday, I'm going to stop by Alfred Robles on Thursday night. George will be gone. I'll be at the Stress Factory maybe Thursday night to see my brother Al. Wednesday, maybe the dojo. I got to get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm slipping. I'm fucking slipping. Last week, it was just the stitches got loose. I started my court case last week on fucking Zoom. Listen, I don't know if you've ever been to court, but when you go to court on Zoom, that's a complete different fucking side. I don't know who I'm looking at, and the judge looked like me, but she was a woman with glasses on. And when she popped up on the screen, I'm looking at my wife going, these motherfuckers, that's a meme. That's a meme with me with glasses on. And the judge is like, hi, good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God she didn't hear me. Thank God.
What happened?
Because I'm like, she didn't move. She just came on the screen and was looking. I'm like, that motherfucker put up a meme of me with glasses and a blonde wig on. She had a bunch of wrinkly face like mine. I'm like, what's going on with this fucking woman? The next thing you know, she goes, hi, she wasn't really a judge. She was a mediator. So in L.A., you have to have a mediation first, a court-ordered mediation,
Okay.
and then it goes to trial June 30th.
Oh, shit.
I started trial June fucking 30th on Zoom. Every day after 5 o'clock. Because 5 o'clock is 2 o'clock back there. So June 30th at 2 o'clock, we're in court. And it's not criminal charges.
Right.
It's a civil suit against a weed company.
Right.
Like 4 of them for using my likeness. This motherfucker went off, Jack. He went off.
I don't know. I just don't know what I can ask. So
Ask with your little clammy
I don't know.
hand. What's the matter? God damn it. I'm going to have to drop you off at Children's
you're
Hospital.
you have to like sit in and you're gonna watch a trial go on.
I don't know if they're doing jury. It's just a judge. And now we got to settle on how much money I get. That's it.
Cool.
Hmm?
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm not going to get rich. It's not like I'm going to see a millionaire, but at least I make this guy fucking pay. That was the most important thing. He gave me his word, the whole thing. Thank God I got an attorney, and he put it on contract. And then the guy tried to play a Louis L'Amour, and my attorney was like, nope, not this time, motherfucker. And it's heavy duty. Like, he's got nowhere to go. Because if he doesn't pay it, they take his license. And even if he doesn't pay it, then they go into the weed store and we sell weed and make a profit until we get our money, or $100K, whatever the fuck it is. And then there's the taxes and attorney fees. like I said, this is why when people say to me, do you want to get into a weed business? I tell everybody no. It's not, I don't have the time. If I had the time and if I knew what I was doing, like I had a scientist next to me that was growing the weed and we just combined forces, I would be interested. But I'm not. And people, first of all, I hate when people ask me to go into business with them and they show up with like 25% weed. Obviously, you didn't listen. So you failed. You failed already.
Right.
I've been around 12 years preaching the same shit, smoking the same amount of weed. Anybody, except that idiot in Jersey City that gave us that fertilizer. 20 bags of 23%. You know, unless you didn't know. So I don't even want to do business with you because you didn't even take the time to study it, that my tolerance is off the chain. And you're showing up with that bad breath weed, 23%, that don't do nothing to fucking nobody. I got to give it away.
Right.
And they're all sort of saying, well, this stuff's going to kill you. Listen, this stuff ain't going to do a fucking thing to me. I'm up there. My tolerance is up there. You know, I was telling the chick at the weed store, when they gave me that RSO, first thing I put it on was the edibles that George gives me, the 2,500 milligram chocolate bar. They wanted me to put on a 5 milligram. I'm like, a 5 milligram doesn't even go in my mouth. Just out of principle, because I failed myself. So I would break them, and each piece would be $12.50, and I'd put that thing on it, and then I'd make like a s'mores crunch. I'd put another piece on it, and a fucking another layer, and I ate it one afternoon. Oh, my God. Was it a fucking mistake? It was a mistake and a half, but hey, I'm a big boy now.
But how's it a mistake? You like purposely made this sandwich. That's so, dude.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
When you went to McDonald's and got the fish sandwich and you looked at it and said,
First of all,
okay, whatever, it's the same thing. I choose to edible myself to death and didn't think about it. You looked at a Whopper and said, okay, this is my third Whopper. This ain't going to do nothing to me. It's the same.
Dude, yeah. But I've never heard of an RSO sandwich. That's like, what,
And Michael
8,000
Jackson
milligrams?
Whatever it is, it is. C'est la vie. Life is, you can't walk on one leg. Pretty soon we're going to be dead, Lee. Did you ever think about that? Like, I'm fucking pissed off. I'm 62 and I got a bunch of life left to me.
So
I have
do
a
you wanna be
bunch of
fucked
life.
up?
Seriously, like I have a bunch of life left to me. I feel like having a party and hiring like 10 hookers and stabbing 8 of them and pulling their hairs and fucking and sucking and, but I can't. I'm a fucking old man. I can't. I have a hard on for 8 minutes and then it disappears for 2 hours. The chicks are sitting around biting their nails on my fucking money. You know what I'm saying?
So, but like,
I got a lot of fucking things going on, and I feel good about it. I never thought that I would have I'm lying to you if I tell you I have a lot of things. I have nothing going on. I have a podcast. I do a couple comedy shows, but I have a lot of things going on in the house, and I really like that. This is a whole new set of life for me. I always ask myself, what would I rather be doing? That's my game I play in my head. Would I rather be sitting here? Or would I rather be somewhere blowing bottle rockets out of my asshole? That's the game. And what's worth it to me? I'm really happy at my house. I can't believe I tell you this, guys. I remember when I would have friends and I would ask them, why do you leave the house? Bro, it gets boring in my house. You got everything in your house. You got a pool table, you got a TV, you got a VCR, This is back in like 2000, the 90s. It used to drive me crazy when people went out. And I used to always say, I can't wait to have a house. You'll never see my Cuban ass. And that's exactly what's happened.
why would we want to leave your house? It's everything you like, no matter what it is there.
I'm a lazy fuck in the sense that I could come up here and train jiu-jitsu. I won't. It's 2 hours out of my life that I don't have anymore. I don't have. And it's not like the old North Bergen that I come up at 1 and there's 18 people on the street having sandwiches somewhere. It's not like that no more. But at the same time, I like everything about my house, though. I'm lazy.
That's
I
why I
want
was.
everything to be 10 minutes from my house, 15 minutes.
But you're not like that's where. We were talking about like the delivery. Like you don't do that. Like that's one level. Because there's people who don't leave the house at all. And
No. Listen, that's stupidity. Okay, that is stupidity. I'm talking about getting up at 7, reading, drinking coffee, writing a little bit. You have to go to work, whatever. You have to leave the fucking house, okay? Those are losers. Those people are fucking losers, okay? You got to wash your pussy every morning because those are the people that complain the most about life. And I'll tell you, you get in the fucking shower. You know, I look at the contrast. I look at the difference. I think about 94 when I would wake up with not a dime in my pocket. Not a dime. Hungry, puking from the night before, did everything I did in coke, sold every CD I got. So before I get started, I got to walk to the hill and steal a Bruce Springsteen album and walk into the store and sell it to get $12 so I could eat breakfast. Now it's a different scenario. Now I wake up and, okay, whatever. But every morning, the first sign of depression starts when you don't shower. That's number one. Get up, don't shower, walk around with a robe all day. Do that 3 days. It's like shoot heroin 3 days. You're hooked. So first thing I do after I drink that coffee is I wash my pussy. You open up that curtain and go, God, thank you for giving me a fucking another day. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. Or I'm going to be stoner than I was yesterday, in my case. If you thought I was high yesterday, God, wait till you see me today. This Forrest Whitaker eye is going to be all the way down by 6:30. I don't get it. I give 0 fucks, Jack. But it's crazy. Like, then you do what you got to do. For me, listen, I always have a good day if I go to the gym. And if I have good numbers at the gym, my dick gets hard.
Good numbers in terms of what, like what your workout was?
Like I went to boxing today and my thing was 14.5. It's never been 14.5 in the year I've been there.
Oh, you're on your Whoop or something?
Yeah, on my Whoop. It's just a strain went off just because I see the exercises now that get my heart going. So what I did was I wanted to get my heart at 175 and stay there.
Why is that?
Because that's what doubles. I should be at 150, but I want to improve my cardiac intake, so I go to 175 and keep it over 20 minutes. It's like a long pace, you know? So that's what I did. That's my best day. I stop, I get a fucking freshly made juice. I go home, I take the garbage out, I do whatever errands my wife needs for me to do. Sometimes I got to go food shopping. Sometimes I got to go to fucking CVS and get 18. You know, I got to do shit at the house, too. That's not bad. I mean, after like 3 o'clock, if I go home and I'm like, Mercy's home, my wife is home, I'm home, the cat's home, and I got 2 bags of weed. Where we going?
Mm-hmm.
Just chicken and a biscuit upstairs. I got those cookies last week, old school chicken and a biscuit, and you put that cancer cheese on it. Yeah, I should be getting a lump on my neck any fucking day now. Tremendous. It was so fucking good, George. You know? And that listen, you have a home, I have a computer there, I have 4 TVs. 5. You can watch TV any way you want. Old TVs, new. I got the TV I bought with Terry in 2001 in my bedroom. Fuck yeah, bro. That's the first TV we brought together. The fuck? You don't throw that shit out. That's the first thing we ever bought together. Took a year to get a new TV. $250. I went to one of those gigs up north. On the way back, I stopped at one of those outlets. The TV weighs 800 pounds. 8 people need to carry this fucking thing. But dog, it still works. That motherfucker still works, and it still looks good. Yeah, you just can't get the other thing on it.
Sound?
No, I got fucking sound, you Momo. The other thing, you know, what? Yeah, I can't get that. What is it called? Roku.
Oh, okay.
I can't get Roku on it, but I have Netflix on it, and I got HBO on it. Yeah, Netflix is on the remote, so. But I find comfort. I got a punching bag in my garage. I got kettlebells. I got a fucking thing that you connect music now, and it's louder than fuck. So I go in the garage at night. I hit the bag. Fucking Bob Lalingus just sent me a great book about Rodney Dangerfield. I'm up to like the 2nd chapter. I got to call him tomorrow and thank him. I'm getting back into reading, so it's different. I don't want to be around a lot of people. You know, still haven't been to New York to do comedy. It's been 5 fucking years.
Why not?
It's just that thing going over the bridge just scares me anymore. The tunnel, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll break the fucking. We could probably make it over there tonight and do Aaron's show, but you're in no shape.
No, I wonder why.
Look at the shape of you, cocksucker. But like I said, I got nothing this week. They're all guest spots. If I do anything, I've been writing. I'm really excited about the 27th. I'm really excited about Philly on the 17th. Then July, we'll figure out what the fuck they got. I'm trying to get a little bar by my house. Something close to my house. You know?
There has to be something.
It has to be like 20 minutes from my house, the most. And I could go to once a week, bring a comedian down, pay him, and do 30 minutes.
You know what would be cool? Like if there's a coffee shop or something that's closed, usually at night.
Yeah, but I want people to drink. I don't want people to drink coffee. What is this? What is this? I want people to feel loose. I want people to be able to get an appetizer if they want. I don't want this bar that's huge with like a hole in the wall so people could hear no. Like a side room in the back, like what you're telling me at your buddy's, Cafe Tivoli. I'm just not making the hour drive. I'm not making the hour drive. That's never going to happen.
Right.
So, yeah, dog, at least I'm honest. At least I'm fucking honest. That's why, if I'm going to make the hour drive, I might as well go to a comedy club. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's 10 minutes by my house. Somebody, like the Brass Rail has an upstairs. But then people got to go down those stairs and fall. And that's what scares me. Or you have to throw somebody out and they fall. Or my fat ass falls. You know, so this is why I want something that has a little back room, 85 people. It's nice. Give me a waiter or a waitress. Give them a limited appetizer. Let's do it right. Sound. And we could start building something little by little. But I don't want to do 800 seats. No. I don't want none of that shit. Just like what Willie Barcena had in Los Feliz. It was upstairs of a Mexican restaurant. And every Monday he had 20 people there that would go off and drink margaritas and tacos. And we did it every Monday. I would go up there and do it. 10 o'clock show. That's what I'm looking for. So if I could get my hand on something like that, that would take a big chunk of my responsibilities out. But I had a definite place to perform once a week. The hour, the 25 minutes, that shit ain't gonna work. I want something in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's it and that's that. It's been another interesting episode of the New Testament. I don't know what happened to Lee today. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean you don't know what happened?
All I saw was
It's
little
a
claw
mystery to
hand.
you what happened?
All I saw was little
I have
claw
no
hand.
idea.
I have no idea.
You came in here. Here's 2 of these.
2 what?
The 200 ABX.
Yeah, because I told you we were gonna shock the system
Why?
because you've been fucking around going to surprise parties for 70-year-olds and shit, and eating with Jews that don't know nothing on a Saturday night.
I had a party for my mom and
and
her
eating
family.
bagels and shit. God damn it, from New Hampshire. This is it's just bad. It's just very bad. So we had to shock your system tonight. Hopefully when you get home tonight, you'll go down the stairs and get a nice, decent, real bagel to get you back on track. And that's it. I don't know what to tell you motherfuckers anymore. We will have 10 guests next week, and we'll be back. Lee gave you his... What do you give me the evil eye for?
I'm not.
You look like Netanyahu after the attack yesterday.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Netanyahu's going off again.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, that's it. They did something yesterday by the airport. So, he's giving them the hoochies, the moochies or something. Those motherfuckers. Wait till I bump into one of you hoochie motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Shooting down chips and shit. They're the same people that killed Tom Hanks in that movie, right?
It's the Hooties?
The one about the fucking, they stole the boat, the African with no teeth. Anyway, who gives a fuck? The New Testament will be back next week. We love you. Stay black. What up, you savages? Uncle Joey here with my main man, Lee Sayat. No edibles today. Want to give Lee a breather. We got a guest, Last week he was rocking back and forth like one of those Weebles wobbles. But I never seen anything like that in my life. You were fucked up,
What
Jack.
do you mean? You saw there's 8 years.
No, nothing like
way
that.
worse than that.
Joyce said you fell asleep 4 times, that you fell asleep behind the computer over here.
Oh,
snoring.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. His daughter. I forgot about
Fucking
that.
8
What did
o'clock
she-
at night, falling asleep like Johnny Bimbidim.
I wasn't falling asleep because I was tired.
I'm tired.
It wasn't. I didn't need a nap, dude. I fucking passed out in the Uber. I would hate to hear what George's daughter said
Oh, my
because
God.
I was just asleep. Oh yeah, it took. I kept telling her we'll be ready to leave in like 10 minutes. It was like L.A. times. It was like L.A. when you would leave at like midnight at 2 in the morning. I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh shit. Oh my God. Yeah, that was because I don't. Who knows what you even gave me?
I
feel
gave
like
you caramels,
no,
100 milligrams.
yeah, the caramels were
15
good.
milligram of
yeah,
the
but you
live
probably
resin.
pop an ABX and
Oh,
squirt
then we
it.
popped an ABX. No, I put it between my toes on the drive up. So when I give it to you, it's nice and chewy and fucking jelly. So I got fucked up by mistake Saturday night. I mean, gone, man. My daughter and my wife went somewhere, and I'm sitting there. It's 5 in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm pretty fucking bored. I got nothing to do till about 9. I go, let me see those mushrooms. And I didn't have big pieces of Enigmas. I had like just crumbs. So I don't like the taste of the crumbs. So I went out into the garage, and there's a box of chips in my garage. So when the kids come over, they reach in and they have these popcorn. I don't fucking like popcorn. But for some reason, this Wise popcorn or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, that's good as
It's
shit.
not bad. They're little bags, little tiny bags. I ate 2 bags of popcorn and maybe 3 handfuls of the mushroom dust, right?
Oh,
I sat there for a little while. I did a couple one-hitters. The girls weren't coming home. I go, you know what? I'm going to take a ride. I had to go get sneakers. Anyway, I've been looking for sneakers for 3 fucking weeks. I've been going everywhere. I can't find my sneakers. So I go, let me go get some sneakers. It's Saturday. The stores will be empty. I'll get there like 5. Dog. I had to turn around and freehold. Like I had to pull over and stop the sirens in my head. Like I was hearing like that type of shit. I'm like, I gotta turn around. And I turned around and I had to hold my head a certain way, tilted. I go, I'm gonna keep it like this the whole way home. I was seeing cars fly by me, like that type of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was to that part of the day. I'm like, oh, I gotta go home.
were you high that you couldn't play music?
Oh no, I had the music on. I was blasting it. And then at one point I'm like, I gotta shut the music off. This is too much. I was listening to like Billie Jean by Michael Jackson over and over. I couldn't even stop it. Billie Jean, not my love.
It's just on repeat for half an hour.
Oh my God. I got home and I just sat in that chair and sure enough, I'm in that house 4 minutes and I hear the garage door open and it's my wife with the fucking baby. Well, she's not a baby no more. And now they want to sit and ask me creepy questions. I was fucking losing it. I had to go upstairs and take a nap. It was like my old days when I did a line of coke in the afternoon and I was too fucking high to face people. I'd make believe I was asleep and I put the sleep apnea mask and that almost died because it put too much air in my lungs. I'd be
I love how you're so committed to it that you put the sleep apnea
Oh,
mask on.
you have to.
Why not just
You have to.
just lay down?
I didn't want nobody to bother me and ask me if I was sleeping or anything, so not till I could get out of that trance. But I had an interesting fucking text message yesterday that threw me off a little bit because I'm not a bad guy. I'm a bad guy, but not a bad guy. The guy kidnapped died. Kent Vela, rest in peace. He fucking died, man.
That's so sad.
And listen, no matter what happens, no matter the jokes I crack on here about Kent, I like Kent. I like Kent. It was just a different time. It was a different time in my life. I was fucking crazy in the head. The coke wasn't helping me. The way I was living wasn't helping me. But I always felt bad about Ken. That's why I made it such a fucking mission to get a hold of him, to see him again, to talk to him. I didn't like the other guy, but I liked Kent. I always felt bad for Kent. Even while I was dragging him by his feet into the other room with the pit bull. I'm like, I can't believe
I like this guy.
I'm dragging my friend with a machine gun to his head. Like, it's not good. But he wouldn't give me the coke, and I got pissed off. He wouldn't fucking tell me where it was, so I got pissed off. But even after I saw him in court, I could tell he didn't want to sit across from me.
Why?
I could tell because he knew he was involved in it as much as I was. In the back of his mind, no matter what he wanted to believe. As a matter of fact, a year after I kidnapped him and I got put away, he got kidnapped again. And that time they cut his face with a knife.
Fuck.
He was just living a life that eventually, listen, not that I stopped living my life, but I stopped the craziness for a while. The craziness was taken out of my head. I adjusted my life. I started comedy, and I made a decision that, you know what? I could quit coke every week. It's never going to happen. I was one of those guys. This is the last time I'll snort, and then I wouldn't snort for 4 days. Then I'd go off for 3 days. So what's the difference? I go, I'm just going to accept who the fuck I am and go for it. And that one day it stopped. For Kent, it never stopped. And let me tell you something. Life is bad, but when you're in your 50s and you're doing blow, it's just a matter of time. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a genius.
Yeah.
But in your 50s, if you're not healthy, you're drinking, you're stressed out, and you're doing blow, it's just a matter of time. If you're still doing blow when you're 50 and you do it till you're 59, God bless you. I wish you could do it till you're 80, but eventually, at that age, your body can't process that. Not like when you were 21, you know, and you could get up. And when I was 22, I could drink all fucking night, do blow, and wake up. Now we eat an edible. And we got to take a shit and drink a pot of coffee just to get straight in the morning.
Oh,
my brother is more, I drink 2 pots of coffee and take 2 shits. That's what you need.
Oh, yeah.
I remember doing 2 8-balls of Coke and waking up like nothing happened. Going to McDonald's, getting an Egg McMuffin and an orange juice and a Coke, and you're back in action.
Well, that, like, as fucked up as I get on edibles, I've never once been like, oh, I'm going to die. Like, that's one of the things that stopped me from Coke is, like, when you were
Well,
doing
you've never
Coke,
done Coke,
right?
but-
But like when you were doing Coke like that, even though you were younger,
I wanted to die. I didn't want to live.
Right,
I
but
wanted to die.
you kind of you had to like come to terms with like you could die, right?
Always. But you could also die getting hit by a banana truck.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You get right in West New York. Some guy's not looking around. He's an immigrant. He's got a backpack on. He goes to sit back. He runs you over. You know, you could die doing anything.
Yeah.
At that time, I had no parents. I didn't have anything. No girlfriend, no wife, no kid. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Who gives a fuck if you die? At least you die with a piece of pussy in your mouth or a fucking hairball or something like that, you know? And that's how I looked at things. And then as you get older, you're like, wait a second, now I'm in love with comedy. I don't want to die.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
now I don't want to die. And it's so weird as you get older, you have this attitude like, you know, if I die, I die. But once you hit 50 and you got a wife and a kid and a family, you're like, I can't die now.
Right. And I
And listen, if I didn't have a wife and a family,
mm-hmm.
when I was 50, somebody that hold me down, God knows what I'd be doing.
That's exactly.
God knows. So there, before the grace of God, go I. That's why I feel so bad. Because that could have been me. That could have been me. The tables could have changed. Kent Bella could have got his life together, become a comedian, become successful, and I would have still snorted coke. I would have had to move to New Mexico with his mother. That's where he lived at the end. He was taking care of his mother. And he said, you know, those people, I had to go back and take care of my mother. You went back because they were looking for you. You know?
Right.
You went back because this was the only obvious option for you at this time. You're 40. You can't stop snorting coke. And he was a great salesman. That motherfucker could sell. And that's what this kid told me. He had broken the sales record at his company, selling like solar panels or some shit, energy systems,
Okay.
for 3 years in a row, as fucking high as he was.
It's crazy. It's weird, like how like you don't really realize you're getting older, but then like suddenly you're 36, suddenly you're 50, and like he just couldn't. That's a scary thing that he just couldn't stop doing coke.
I was at a bar like 6 months ago, and it was like me, a guy. I was just eating dinner, and there was 2 girls, and I could overhear their conversation. They were still talking about. They were like 32. And they were still talking about high school. And it was, I'm not mad at them. They were just saying that they were both hot in high school, that one was popular, she dated the guy from the bowling team, whatever. And they weren't talking to me, but I could hear them talking. And it just goes to show you, until you're about 33, you're still living in high school. Your mind, because you're holding on to it, because at some point, you got to live. At some point, you're going to have to shit or get off the fucking pot. You've been giggling and dancing and, oh, I got this job just to pay my bills and I'm going to go back to school. But now you're 33. Now you're 33. That's a story you told your parents when you were 23. Since then you got a DUI, you knocked up some chick. You know, life happens. Life happens. If you live life, life's going to happen. If you sit at home all day and play video games and deliver fucking, what's that food?
Grubhub.
Nothing happens. You might get hit by a car or talk to a customer. Nothing happens. But when you're out there and you're hustling, you know, but just because when I heard that, days later, I thought about that conversation. I'm like, that was me. We just got out of high school. We got time. We got tons of time.
Yeah.
We got tons. Fuck, I ain't going to be 40 for 15 years. Well, bitch, one day you're 39. And you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Still doing the same stuff too.
Still doing the same shit. So that's what happens. You hold on to that high school You know, I did. I remember still playing music from high school and walking the streets. I can't wait to go to a party with my varsity shirt on, with my fucking, That's your whole thing, to walk. Your whole thing for 10 years, think about it. Not me, because I wasn't going to go. I quit high school. But think about it. Your whole thing after you get out of high school is you can't wait to go to the 10-year reunion to show those bitches what you've done with your life.
Yeah.
And then it happens that you go back in there and you got nothing. Nothing changed. You go back there with like a fake business card. Yeah, I own a whatever company. You got nothing.
Right.
You got nothing. And that's what happens. You're like, all those bitches in high school that wouldn't suck my dick, wait till I get to the 10-year reunion. They're all going to be sucking my dick. No, they're not, because you're still a fucking mortovan. You're still a fucking bum.
Yeah.
And that's how fast life goes. That 10-year window, nothing happens. I always said it. I say it on stage. Your 30s are to clean up the mess you made in your 20s.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Basically, that's what your 30s are. To clean up the mess. You got this girl pregnant. You got knocked up, had an abortion. Your eye popped out. Now you have to live at home with your parents. That's what your 30s are. To clean up the stupidity you did in your 20s. Now, if you're Joe Diaz, you kept doing stupid shit in your 30s. So now you got to clean that shit up when you're 40.
Right. And now you're cleaning up the stuff in your 50s.
Yeah, and it's like so it's better just to get on the horse and do it, because you keep putting it away, you keep procrastinating, and life does pass you by. Dog, I did a lot of things in my life, and I'm 62, and I'm like, wow, I wish I would have done this.
Yeah.
I wish I would have done that. And dog, I did everything. I snorted coke, I jumped off buildings, I went to prison. I did it all. I got chased by the cops. I chased people. What didn't I do? Where didn't I live? I talked to people, and they're like, you lived in Aspen? You lived in Boulder? These motherfuckers haven't left Jersey.
No.
They never left Jersey. They still live on the same block or maybe 3 blocks from where they grew up. To them, to me, I'm like a fucking world traveler.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? It's weird. I was just thinking about it this week. I think it's getting worse because I think a lot of people do, and I do. I have a legit problem with my phone. It's become, in like social media, all that, and I'm trying to stop it, but it's become an issue where I waste hours.
Hours. That's why I have the monitor. Every Monday it tells you, or Sunday, how much time you spent on that computer. Once I go over an hour, it shuts down for 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You should not be on that thing. If you're a business person, you're trying to strive. And listen, I get caught on the computer.
Yeah.
But I don't get caught on social media. I read. And I go into these fucking, I don't mind reading. But it's not like I'm going to go on Instagram for an hour. No. There's nothing on Instagram. Facebook, there ain't nothing on for an hour. Nothing. And there's nothing on Twitter for an hour. If I go on the computer, basically I play the DraftKings.
Right, but at least that you can make money. Dude, I'm ashamed to admit it. I will spend, if I'm bored and don't have, I'll just scroll shit that the people show, a day in the life of me working at a coffee shop, and they just show themselves making coffee. I'm like, what did I do? What is going on?
You got to get off. And you got to take your social media off your phone.
Yep.
And just have it when you get home. That's why I don't have Facebook or Twitter on my phone.
Yep.
Never had them, because that's what it'll make you do. And once you see people on phone, dog, every time I go out, it makes you put your phone in your pocket. Because anywhere you go to a restaurant, there's 4 guys sitting, they're all on the phones. Mm-hmm. If there's 4 girls sitting, they all got their phones out. If there's 2 couples sitting, 2 people got their phones out. So you have to say to yourself, you know what, it's time to put this away. I think people, look at, what event do you go? Anytime you see an event on TV, what do you see? What do you see?
Yeah.
You're at a fucking Knick game, Game 6. All the money.
10,000 a ticket.
10. You go anywhere. And then you get in the car, you get fucked in the ass, and now you can't dial 911 because your phone is dead. You're getting raped. Now you wasted your fucking... Which you're never going to look at.
Right? Oh, no.
You're never going to look at. Or who are you going to show it to? Okay, I can see you going, okay, I'm at a Led Zeppelin concert. Bam! Bam! One song. Because if you come to me and you go, look, watch this. Well, listen, enough. Enough. Put the fucking phone away.
Oh, especially for that, because the audio quality is terrible. They're bouncing. There's someone in front of
I
them.
don't get the... Last week, it was Shore, the beginning of Memorial Day. My friends went down the shore. You said, they're at a club. Dog, everybody's like this. There's a DJ Loser. DJ Hugo, coming direct from Staten Island. I got my phone out. Like a fucking idiot. That's what it is. I grew up on memories. And I still have those memories. Those memories are implanted in my fucking brain. Meanwhile, you didn't get anything. You were too busy looking at a phone, taping. You didn't even get the full fucking experience. It's like when Roger Clemens used to pitch. If you saw Roger Clemens pitch on TV, you didn't get the Roger Clemens experience.
Really?
Yeah, because Roger Clemens walks back and forth. He goes at the pitcher. He stares him down for 10 minutes. He crosses his arms. He scratches his balls. Meanwhile, they're showing you the guy on third base talking to the fucking line coach or the guy in outfield arguing with fucking cheapskates up in the cheap seats or something. They don't show you what's going on with Roger Clemens.
Right.
It's the same thing with life. It's the same thing with life. If you have your fucking stupid phone on, you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
You're focused on a stupid phone to save your memories, your most cherished fucking memories. I don't need pictures. I don't need pictures. I could care less about a fucking picture. There's no pictures of me in high school. There's no pictures of me anywhere. Why? We lived.
Yeah.
We lived. We didn't. I take a picture. You're taking a picture. There's no Coke on the table. You got Budweisers, like all faggots, holding on to your beer. Ooh, look at this with a Miller Lite. Well, oh boy, aren't you fucking cool?
Right.
You're drinking a beer, whoopee, with 5 other faggots. Like fucking 4 mariconcitos. That's what my mother would call me. It's 4 maricones. Look at this with a beer, showing people. That's it.
Yeah.
You didn't miss the whole thing. How many times you bump into people? Let's take a picture. No. We're at Rudy's. There's no reason to take a picture at Rudy's.
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? But you take the picture because you're a fucking idiot. But you're missing the whole fucking thing. And the Instagram, you're just going into other retards' lives.
Right.
They're just, when you scroll, it's retarded lives. It's retarded because if they had a life, they wouldn't be putting them up.
Oh, yeah.
If they had a life, they wouldn't be putting everything up to show you that they're doing something.
And they're not even
DJ Khaled, fat fuck eating a steak on a boat. I want to see that. You're showing me you got more money than me and you live. But meanwhile, you owe your credit cards.
Right.
You got 6 fucking kids that you owe baby mama. Any day now. Baby mama drama. It's the same shit. Mm-hmm. So you're buying into their fucking bullshit. They're fabricating you a bullshit of lies on and I see it every day. I see these people who make, every time you open up YouTube, it's a new Joe Rogan tape. How Joe Rogan did this and Joe Rogan did that. They're so involved. And they cling on to the words. Well, he said this, he said that. If you had a piece of ass, a life, you wouldn't give a fuck what Joe Rogan said, or Joey Diaz, or Lee Sayat, or whatever. You wouldn't care.
No. And at least I love podcasts, but the one that is new that I don't really understand is like the Twitch streamers who just will stream like some of the biggest. Kevin Hart's on like this guy Kai Cenat. He just all day is just in his room like doing weird shit, but it's like millions of people are and you can make a lot of money by just watching their shit and making clips and putting it. It's really become a problem for me. It's not just like
stop.
oh yeah.
You gotta stop. You're a stand-up comic.
Mm-hmm.
You're 30-something years old. It ends today. That's it. Take that shit off your fucking phone. All of the stupid shit. All of it. If Instagram is bothering you, take it off.
Yeah.
No, Paramount is not going to reach you on Instagram.
Right, you're
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just for Laughs Festival, well, they're defunct now, is not going to reach you on Twitter.
Right.
And if fucking, Dave Chappelle wants to hire you, he's not going to call you on Facebook.
Right. And because that's the thing, I make the excuse like, oh, I need this for comedy, but I spend 99% of the time not posting my own
How
shit.
much has my social media gone down since I moved to Jersey?
You've done a lot less.
I post 1 day a week. I post on Tuesdays. Have a great day. Sometimes I got an urge to post on Mondays if I want to play Tony Bennett or something. I get the sudden urge. But besides that, there's no reason no more. For me, there's no reason. I do 1 show a month. It sells itself out. But if you want me to keep making tapes, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. One day I looked at it and I go, what am I doing with my life? Because in the point, you start thinking that they can't live without your stupid video.
Yeah.
That was my Monday motivation thing. You really start believing that in your mind that they can't live. And then one day you sit there when you're sober and go, am I a fucking retard?
Yeah.
And it's listen, for all you comedy comedians out there, let me tell you how it is. Dave Chappelle has no social media. Dave Chappelle has no websites. Dave Chappelle has nothing. He pops up a show and it miraculously sells. So I want you to think about that. Now, if you take that same mentality, you're going to die for 2 years. But after a while, it might be better for you
Right.
because you're not constantly, every Monday, I got to go through Instagram on Monday. What do you see? 50 stand-up. Everybody wants to put their stand-up on there or them in front of a theater showing you the people with 1,000 people behind them.
Right.
You follow me?
Like, yeah, just bragging.
You know what? If you look at my resume, it says stand-up comic. How much more stand-up comedy do I have to put on there? Try something different. Put a picture of you roller skating and fall on your ass. Anything. It's like today I was going to make a boxing tape when I was at boxing gym, and I'm like, again, who the fuck wants to see me hit a fucking speed bag? But the guy always says, tape yourself doing that and then show it to me. And I'm like, I'm not in the fucking mood. I don't have the common sense to get a tripod and hang the I just want to go work out.
Right.
But now if I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just got all that shit to me was like, they don't need to see this no more. They already know I will not make a tape of me smoking dope ever again.
Wow.
They know I smoke dope. I got to come on there every day and it's what 20 times. They know you smoke dope.
Right.
After a while, you look at yourself and you're like, he's a fucking old man acting like a fucking child. I can name 3 guys that are still smoking dope on there that don't look good.
Yeah, because
Enough. They know you smoke dope. Enough.
Right.
Enough. Give them something different. Show them a picture of you playing chess. Like if I ever decide to learn how to play chess, I'd do a tape of me getting beat up playing chess because that's an angle they've never seen me done before.
Right.
But everything else they've seen. Well, you got a new joke. So you got a new joke. You got to show them now. Make them come see it without showing them that. Make them come to your show without showing them that. All right, we'll be right back. We're going to bring on a special guest we got. I'm excited about this guy. I've been trying to get this guy on for fucking a year, but I got sick and shit. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to you a little bit about DraftKings and UFC, what is it, 316 this week? Live from Newark, New Jersey. We'll be right back. We're back like herpes. Uncle Joey here with my main man, Chef Brad, from his Instagram fame, 600,000 people up there. What's up, Primo?
Oye, estamos bien, tío.
We're good.
I am so excited. It's been a long time coming. Y esto es una cosita where, oye, I'm so happy that we're here.
We're here.
Truly. Estamos aquí,
here, we're
oye.
here.
Oye, sí.
We're here, we're queer.
Ya tú sabes.
I fell in love with Chef Brad. I'll tell you why. I have a white wife from Tennessee. And I love my wife. She'll cut a finger off for me. And for years, she knows that I always talked about Cuban food. And she went and got her best recipes online, on YouTube. And it was a fucking disaster every fucking time. And I felt so bad for her because she'd say, let's make it again. And I go, no. And my wife has a problem that when she gets a recipe good twice, she stops going to it. She gets on the phone with her mother. Like in my house, like spaghetti sauce will eventually turn into chili.
Sí.
You know, like everything turns into something else with my wife. And I love her. But again, she's not a chef. She's a cook, you know, like a pretty okay cook. But when I showed, and I told her one day, I sat her down, I go, listen, you're forbidden from Cuban cooking. I love you to death. I've been with you for 25 years, but I can't do it no more because you're chopping up these fucking recipes. You're destroying my insides. You don't know how much you destroy my insides. I am not some wannabe Cuban that talks about Cuban food. I'm Cuban. I'm very traditional. Before the revolutionary Cuban, where the food was fucking impeccable. They loved to cook. They would snort Coke while they were cooking. The Coke would drip in the picadillo. And shit.
Qué rico.
And I found you on Instagram, and I looked at the recipes, and I'm like, this guy's onto something. And I called her down, and I go, you got to watch this motherfucker. So the first recipe she took from you was carne con papa, tremendous. Then she stole the Moro recipe that you put on like 2 years ago. It was delicious. And then she got me the picadillo recipe. And that is killer because after I eat it, I save a little bit, and the next morning I wake up and I put it on Wonder Bread.
Sí.
Picadillo on Wonder Bread with the potatoes. in it.
Eso es. That
oh
is.
my
oh,
God.
When life was hitting you hard, eso
Yeah.
es. Picadillo with the
Oh.
Wonder Bread. Oh my
And when you
God.
remember you have it, like you're like, what am I gonna have for lunch?
Ah,
And you're like,
picadillo.
shit.
That taste in your mouth.
I even make carne con papa sandwiches
See,
on white bread.
Exactly.
I fucking love
exactly.
that shit.
It's the textures mixed with just like you were saying earlier. That papa, when you cut it in half and it's perfectly brown, ahí colored with all that sazon, pero the middle's nice and white. No,
People have no idea when you cut up when you're a Cuban potato with a dish called carne con papa, 25, number 25 at Versailles.
Say.
It's not. That's how strong my fucking game is.
See?
If you ever go to Versailles, just say 25, whether it's Miami or California.
25.
Carne con papa, number 25.
Number 25, baby.
Okay,
25.
and when you cut, I remember going to Versailles in California and cutting the potato, the whole thing was white. I'm like, I'm in the wrong restaurant because the outside has to absorb the gravy from the fucking meat. And that beef gravy and the bouillon they put in there, and it's brown on the outside. But when you cut it deep in the middle, it's fucking nice and white and clear. You don't know what that taste does to your fucking mouth. Your mouth, you can feel the flavors and the
It's
levels.
a flavor memory. It makes you go back in
forget about
time.
it.
You
Forget
know,
about it.
that's like why I love the Cuban food. Porque even Lee, oye, you don't look like you eat Cuban food all the time. Pero when you had it, how it's just nostalgic.
I had nothing to
Nostalgic. They don't
compare
make no
to.
juice.
Yeah, no.
They don't make no
No.
Cuban food in Auschwitz.
That's the thing. I think no, they would have lasted a lot longer. 'Cause, dude, that rice and I've never had, and I'm sure it's not like that Versailles in the valley that we went to.
No,
And they had that garlic chicken. I'm sure it was.
I know the one that you're
But
talking
that
about.
garlic
Eso
chicken,
era.
even bad Cuban food, to me, as someone who doesn't know much about it, is
De
the
pinga.
first time I had that crispy chicken, like, and it wasn't fried, but they did something to it with that garlic sauce and that we were talking about it before. You just give me black beans and rice, avocado, and some sort of meat.
I'm good. I'm good too.
Oh my God, I don't have. There's just for someone who grew up in the Northeast, not around like it was just white people. Like there was good food,
See.
but it's different. It's different.
It's boring.
No,
Yeah,
there's
and
no.
you don't know until you know.
See, sazon. That's truly, I think, what it really is. Like people don't realize that. Like the power of the bay leaf is what I always tell everyone. If you just want your food to be like good, you know, just throw freaking bay leaf ahí adentro y que se jode la cosa, porque that bay leaf will impart that magical flavor of like ño su madre. That every time you bite into those black beans, it's like a different world. Porque I feel like a lot of them, like Central America doesn't really use like a lot of like sazon and like all that stuff, obviously, pero that's like the whole Central and Middle of America is where the like iodinized salt thing came from. Porque no one had iron, no one was like doing that, and they go, coño, we gotta put it in the sal porque estos se van a morir. You know what I mean? So people use iodinized salt, and when they cook with it, it kind of screws up the flavor, I think. So I feel like when people do cook, and like a lot of Cubans, I feel like they try to stick as natural as possible when it comes to like ingredients and stuff, como sal and like bay leaves too. Pero I gotta get you to Miami just so you could just have true authentic food, porque te vas a cagar. I swear.
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
No,
Yeah,
see,
you're
we
ready,
were
you're
talking
ready.
about it, pero
I'm
it's like
ready
I
for
know.
it. You're ready for it.
No, you're ready. Así un poquito.
Dude,
But
I
here's
might
the thing
gain
with-
all the way back.
Here's the thing with recipes that sucks. I'll call people and I go, George, get grandma's recipe for chicken. And grandma's great. She'll give me the recipe. But the bitch will leave something out.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like when you learn jujitsu.
Exactly.
They always leave something out for you to figure on your own. For you to kind of figure on your own. But guess what? I'm an idiot. I don't want to figure it out on my own. I want you to tell me. So for years, me and my wife have been experimenting with Cuban recipes, and everything was missing something until we found your recipes.
Oh my God, that like, uy, coño.
Okay? Because you weren't hiding nothing.
No.
Because that's what was pissing me off. That we would cook it to the fucking, I'd sit there with a aleto, white wine. What's that
What?
wine? Like camarón enchilado.
Camarón
When they
enchilado,
eat
another
that
thing.
dry wine.
That dry
that's
wine
the whole
ahí,
fucking thing.
you just let it reduce. Pero nadie shows it.
Nobody
one tells
shows you that.
No one
So-
tells you.
And this is the only person that you gave us legit recipes. Like I became a fan because I'm like, most people leave something the fuck out.
Siempre.
And you got to figure it the fuck out. You got to sit there with a spoon at night. You know, and that's one thing that you did that I really liked. You know, like the moro.
Say
I fucking love moro, even though it'll put 20 pounds on it.
20 pounds.
Because
It's
you make that shit with pork grease.
no
What's moro?
pork grease. Moro is truly like it's a dish that we cook for like Nochebuena, for parties. It's black beans and white rice cooked together, so like the rice has this like dark tinge, right?
Okay.
A lot of these restaurants nowadays use like that dye that still back, I think in the like I think like probably like 60s and like 70s, people still used el moro and the like little dye, whatever. So when you go to a restaurant, you'll kind of see when it's not authentic, porque it looks like black, like kind of like that, like
squid spaghetti.
Sí. Literally. Pero when you cook an authentic one, you let the grease of like you render down pork, you really put the bay leaves in there. And like I always tell people, whenever you have like dry spices and stuff, throw it in with all of the hot like grease and stuff like that, porque se cocina, and that allows it to like open and give you those flavors that you're like fighting to like figure out, you know. Pero with my page, granted, I really just try to like simplify everything to make sure that you get the same taste that abuelita or abuelo or whatever was there. Porque I too was on that same boat where I'd sit there and be like, me cago en la mierda, bro. These fucking guys don't put like they're saying, oh, this is how you make a steak frites. But I'm like, you didn't tell the people that you got to fry the fries twice. You got to do esto aquí. And then I saw this carne con papa. And he missed the bay leaf. He missed como like un tilín de like vino blanco and shit. And I'm like, dude, you're missing key flavors that are crucial components to like people in this culture. You know, it's like if you make a carne con papa for a Cuban and it doesn't taste like carne con
I
papa,
won't eat it.
te jodiste.
I'm pissed.
You're
And
mad.
That's
You're
what the
angry.
problem was.
See,
In places outside of Miami, and trust me, I've given everybody a chance.
no, see,
Look,
I
in
can
Louisville,
imagine.
Kentucky, you got 4 Cuban restaurants.
De veras. Fuck,
And
oh
3
my-
of the people are from Union City or West New York. Minneapolis has a Cuban restaurant that's run by a Greek woman who grew up in Cuba, and her husband was Cuban.
Oh
and he
my.
died. And she opened up a restaurant that's standing room only. It's so busy. She's
It's
only
packed.
open for breakfast and lunch.
He done.
Okay, my buddies just went there and sent me back. I told them, I go, if you go to Minneapolis, go see that lady. They came back, they live here, and they were like, Joey, the breakfasts,
Are insane.
steak, potato, you know, it's like a Cuban
Pero es
breakfast.
pasión,
The old
you know?
breakfasts, like the, you know, I remember growing up, my mom waking up to see white rice with a steak on top of it and 2 eggs, and then they break the yolk, and the egg goes on the fucking steak
Dog.
and on the rice, and they mix it up with a fucking cup of Cuban coffee with milk, and then
see.
they would get a pound of Cuban bread with butter and dip
it.
in the fucking coffee and eat that shit. I'm like, no. No.
Now?
I would give my hand to see my mother eat that breakfast again.
I know.
Fucking huge breakfasts. We have a friend, Rudy Sarzo, Cuban kid, West New York, Miami. He won't eat Cuban food. When we go take him out, he'll eat a croqueta.
And
Because
that's
he
it.
goes, Cuban food fucks me up. Because at the other side of that spectrum, it's fattening.
No.
It'll fucking kill
Eso-
you. Last week or 2 weeks ago, you were making those guayabas. I didn't want to look at them. I don't look at that shit. Guayaba.
Porque eso es, you have no idea
You
the
have no
amount of
idea.
pastelitos that I fucking made.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh no, make a pastelito. Porque going back to your point with Lee earlier on about like Instagram, right? Like being on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube y todo estas cositas, right? You become like crap, like fuck, like what does everybody want? You know, you have some people wanting, oh yeah, I want carne con papa. Oh yeah, I want this. So I posted the pastelitos, and then everyone was like, now we want them with pastelito y queso. And I'm just thinking, oye, solo pone un poquito de queso. And that's it.
That's
Maybe
it.
it's
No,
the
I
same
thought
fucking
you
thing.
made 'em
Y
guayaba.
después yo lo hice otra vez, and I was like, esto es de guayaba y queso. Porque everyone just gets like this, like, pero the amount of freaking food. I've started the gardeners on Tuesday se cagan every time they come to the house. Porque they show up and I go, hey, are you guys hungry? Porque I was there with like literal, like almost like 200 pastelitos. Porque I just started making them and then all my friends, Oye, pero my circle's así, bro. I just got a puppet named Paco, right? Porque it was a bitch getting people to be on this shit. So I go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be Paco y yo voy a hacer esto también, right? The amount of pastelitos that I just give away and the amount of food, it's like un despingue. Pero the pastelitos are the most dangerous, and the Cuban bread with the butter, and you just dip it in the coffee that's already filled with like six cups of like sugar, bro. It's like insane. And then people think yo estoy aquí jorobado porque obviously, like, if you had una colada, you wouldn't sleep for like 9 years, you know?
What's a colada?
It's like just like the meth of Cuban coffee. Como it's just like the first press that like comes out, right? You take it, you mix it with like 3 things of like sugar, bro. Y tú solo estás ahí. And it becomes this thing that if you just like lick it, a little bit of hair on your nuts, you know? And that going like, oh, what are we doing, baby? Después, you pour this colada and you drink it. The first 2 sips, your heart's gonna have like 3 palpitations. And then you're gonna be like, coño, yo creo que me voy a cagar. And then you're gonna look at someone and be like, yo creo que yo me la voy a cingar. Porque esto es, oh my God.
You get horny.
You get horny, you get crazy. It's like leche de tigre, pero like Cuban. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
And you drink it, and then you smoke a cigar.
Oh.
To really like that motherfucker.
No. Y después te revientas el toilet. Pero this colada, people freak out porque everyone, they drink it in like thimbles, you know, in like a little thimble. Porque if you have more of that, you're going to have a heart attack.
You're done.
No, I fucking...
Starbucks can suck your dick.
Yeah, no. Starbucks
Did you
is
fly to
nothing.
Miami International?
Sí.
Okay. When you go to Miami International, there's a place that you buy sandwiches and stuff.
Sí.
If you look to your left, there's a Starbucks.
Sí.
That's lonely. A
Empty.
couple dumb white fucks going
Empty.
there. Lonely. They got one guy. He's a one-man show in there.
Sí, no.
They don't
Papa
get the
sin
business
sal.
they get.
It's-
Because I'm not paying $4 for your ice water when for $1.25 I'm doing meth right
Yeah.
from the fucking boat.
Right
This
from
is
the
shit
boat.
the cartel sells. Unless you're an idiot and you don't know anything about coffee,
No.
look at Starbucks.
No.
You take your ass over to that place. You get a coffee. You get a Cuban sandwich for breakfast, and you buy 3 sandwiches to go. Tell them not to put it in the oven.
No.
And you bring that motherfucker on the plane with you, and when you get home, you throw those in the oven, and then you eat. Shit.
Yeah. Shit, boy.
Now, who taught you how to cook?
No, so it was crazy. My grandmother, right? So I grew up in Miami, born and raised, todo eso. My grandmother, my mom owns a restaurant in her and her cousin, her brother, right? So my uncle owned this restaurant in Miami called Bahamas Fish Market, right? Back in the like 70s, everyone who like just got off the boat y todo eso, their mothers would start working in this restaurant to like make money for esto, whatever. The moment I posted about that restaurant, all these people like kind of like were like, holy shit, like you were part of this y todo eso. It's such a Cuban staple, and I didn't even realize, you know? Growing up, going back and forth from Bahamas and seeing my like grandmother there, we'd always go to her house after. This bitch would put me up on the thing and be like, oye, ¿tienes hambre? I'm like, sure. She'd cook me up arroz, and then she'd do the little egg, and then the garbanzos, y después todo eso. I would just sit there and watch, and she had this fucking bird, bro, que siempre me mordía. I don't know what the fuck it was, pero cada vez, bro, I'm there watching it, and I'd be like, fuck this bird, you know, whatever. I get so mad, pero over the years, like 7, 8 years passed, and like I didn't realize that like I was like keeping it there, you know, just watching her do her things, and I didn't realize that it was gonna like stick with me. Después, I moved to New York to pursue like acting school, right? Tremendo despingue, bro. They put me in this school. They go, get a leotard. I go, oye, papo. Esto es de Walmart porque esto es duro, papa. Porque this shit, bro, leotards 6 a.m. movement class, right? And we'd be laying there, bro, laying there. No, eso es una mariconería que I was like, bitch, yo no, this isn't my shit. I wanna be, no. I wanna be funny. I wanna be charismatic. You're telling me I have to come into a leotard, move like this, and I'm gonna cry because I'm pulling socks out for a scene. Go fuck yourself. Por favor. So I left the school. I go, pa la pinga. Pero when I really learned how to cook was during this period, because I had a lot of friends from like Europe and Australia from this acting school. They've never had a Thanksgiving, right? And I was like, coño, what the fuck you mean you never had a Thanksgiving? And then I was like, wait a minute, history, obviously they don't celebrate that over there. And I go, oh my God. So I called my Cuban parents and I go, oye, this year I'm not coming for Thanksgiving. Me jodí la vida. They fucking hated me. They go, oh my God, sacrilege. You know, every holiday you got to be with the family. Todo. I go, no, espera, I got some balseros aquí that we're going to feed and we're going to make a Brad's Giving. I started cooking at 5:30 p.m. Worst mistake I've ever made. I cooked 2 chickens. I cooked a whole ham. Cooked todo eso. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to kill 30 people tonight. Porque yo no sé if I cook this right, whatever. Pero something just like came over me and I was like, coño, I think I did this right. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I go, hey, everybody. Food's ready. Happy Brad's Giving. Aquí nos vamos con esta mierda. Everyone sits down, everyone eats, and they go, Brad. I go, pinga, bro. Yo lo jodí. Este pollo está crudo, yo no sé. They go, this is the best chicken I've ever had. I go, nah, bro, shut up, right? I spent another year in New York. Every day I walk past a culinary school, and like I don't realize till the last week I'm moving out of New York, right? Every day I would walk by and sit there and be like, coño, qué clase thing. They're just playing with food. I want to do that. Fuck, but I have to go home and now I have this lawyer dad and this mom that's like, you're not doing anything. And he's like, you got to be in business. I'm like, you want to see me just like colgado ahí? Porque I don't do the cubicle life. Yo no puedo hacer eso, dad. And like, I don't know how you got it, whatever. I moved back to Miami and, oye, this is like the true story of how I became a chef, truly. My ex-girlfriend breaks up with me, right? Yo nunca he sido LSD, never did it in my life, whatever. This girl breaks up with me, right? Parents hated her. She was 28, I was 20. Oye, I got a whole ass woman to fall in love with me. Yo estaba ahí, a little Haitian, tiene tatuaje también. Sí, Haitian Filipina. Patois, pero coño su madre. It was the best like year of my life. Era loquísimo. This bitch leaves. She goes, no, me voy. I go, okay. Your friend calls me. He goes, oh yeah, man, whatever. There's this water, whatever. He goes, drink the water. It's going to be great, whatever. Yo, toma esta agua. Bro, oh my God. I'm dancing in the bushes, bro. I'm dancing in the bushes outside of my house,
like Lee.
Listening to like Kid Cudi, bro. Yo estaba listening to Kid Cudi. And then all of a sudden, esta cosita, the words of the song go, if you can't take the heat, get out of my kitchen. And I go, I'm going to be the best fucking chef in the world. I go up to my mom's room, I kick the door, and I go, I'm going to be the best chef in the world. She goes, get the fuck out. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, sorry. Oh, shit, me cago. That night, I applied to this restaurant called Lluvia, right? It was in like Lincoln. Lincoln now has this like parking lot that like is like whatever. It was the best restaurant in Miami at the time. I applied. I was like, no, I'm there like, hold a while, bro. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm going to do this, whatever. I applied next day. They call me. They go, can you come in tomorrow? I go, sure. me thinking it's going to be like an apprenticeship, whatever. Didn't realize it was Mother's Day brunch. I walk in. They go, oh, the grill guy called out. You want to step on the grill? I go, ¿qué? ¿Cómo no? I'm probably going to get help y todo esto. Bro, there was no help. All of a sudden, 350 people just sit down and they go, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the, like, am I supposed, they go, those are all your orders. I'm like, okay, pero like, what do I do? They go, cook. I'm like, fuck, okay. Bro, I grabbed these churrasco, porque I'm like, whatever on churrasco. And I didn't even cut them. I just laid these motherfuckers out there. Como the grill was like this big. For 4 hours, I see, bro. 4 hours, I see doing all this shit, whatever. I'm like blacking out. I'm like, I'm killing someone. I get whatever. The service finishes and everyone's like looking at me. Yo estoy así. I'm like, hey, everybody. I think, can I go home, please? Y después, this Michelin star chef, Gilles Epi, comes down and he's like, oye, who the fuck was on steaks? I was like, me, what I do, fire me ahora porque yo nunca esto. He goes, dude, you killed it tonight. Thank you so much. I want to take you under my wing and like, let's see if we could do this. I go, what the fuck was in that? You know, I'm like, this is crazy. From there, I just started cooking and he kind of taught me like French technique, right? Then I went to the CIA in Napa Valley. So culinary school. I had like 5,000 followers and I was just sitting there and I look at them and I go, oye, just so I could build some credibility, I'm going to go to culinary school so like you can like really understand me and I could teach you everything I know for you guys to become better home cooks. And I was like 5,000 people, like no one, you know, I was like, bingo, I'm about to spend thousands of dollars just for your, like, let me see if this is going to work for me, you know? Then I went to the CIA and it just all kind of like clicked where I saw these people being like, oh, you know, like I'm going to be a chef for the rest of my life. And I'm like, pera. You mean you're gonna work in the kitchen for the rest of your life, whatever, and do all this there? Yeah, it's fun. It's my passion. I go, pero es dinero, you know? And like, well, how are you guys gonna do this? When I was watching these other kids learn how to cook, something clicked about the acting school and like the tightness of that leotard. I was like, me cago en la mierda. You know what? I think if I meld this acting with this like cooking-esque technique that I'm learning, like French technical technique, which everyone has to learn. Like whenever you're like cooking, any chef, Escoffier's method and his technique, eso es la cosita that if you don't have a wife, you learn that shit, you will have a wife the next day. Porque es una cosa where you will, wow, like cook crazy. But all these kids were just so dead set on being in a kitchen all day. And I'm like, eso no es mi vida. I want to at least have that moment for either people or anybody that you not only just escaped for that minute and a half of watching this video or whatever, pero you learn something. And I feel that that is where everything kind of clicked, porque this, como like generation y esta época, you know, it's like there's not a lot that's being taught. It's all like what's being seen, just like you were saying earlier with like streamers, where I'd understand a streamer, you know, pero if you were doing good, you know, and like, oh, like not just going to a hotel and like destroying it with like 50 people and then getting the views y todo eso. What are you teaching the youth, you know, that's like looking at you? And what are you teaching like people and like your peers? So I took all that shit. You don't say what I was like, oh my God, this is what an epiphany. From acting school, I moved to LA and then I put myself in one of the like tiniest kitchens called Petit Trois. It's run by Ludo Levesque. It's they have one in the Valley and they also have one in Highland and Hollywood, right? So this was all like peak COVID as well. So era una mierda ahí where everyone was walking around con esta mierda. Restaurants were like at minimal capacity. I'm like, what the hell? Pero this restaurant didn't matter. At 7 a.m., you had a line out the door for the French omelet, right? Then at night, this burger that I would make every night, it was called the Big Mac. It would take 2 days to like make all the ingredients, right? It was like this red wine bordelaise with this Thousand Island sauce on top of 2 patties con un quesito. Esto es, oh my God. It's like, you have no idea. This burger, people would come, bring their dates, and I'm looking at them, I'm like, oye, papi, you're not going to get anything after you eat here, porque tú vas a estar ahí, ella va a estar así. What the fuck was that? Porque
The
era...
food that good?
The food was amazing. It was like, porque it was the details. It was that our fryer was clarified butter, you know? So, esa mierda, this guy would dish out, yo no sé cuánto, para esta mantequilla. I'm like, bitch. That's a lot, you know, a lot. Clarified butter as you're frying essential oil is nuts. Pero this burger was just like this like mystique thing. Yo no sé por qué, pero there I really, really learned how to cook. Porque every night it would be like 200 people sitting in like an 80-person restaurant. Like it was tiny as shit, but it would move like that. The grill would be así, crazy, to the point that I worked so hard ahí that it formed an abscess in my back. Como era un así, como yo estaba ahí, bro, it would be wake up at 5:30, porque I lived near like Beverly Hills and like Doheny por ahí, yeah. Right? Like right on the cusp. I would drive 5:30, I'd get there at 6, work till like 11 p.m., right? With like a little like 20-minute, 30-minute break, whatever. Y después, oh my God, wake up the next day. By the time that you're out of that restaurant, it was like 1:30, maybe like 2 in the morning, porque you gotta like clean, limpiar y todo eso. That's the part that killed me, where it was like after we just got molested during service, you're like, okay, now clean the floors. I'm like, are you fucking nuts? I'm like, what do you mean? Pero it built character. It built like this discipline that I porque I obviously, as you can see, I have full-blown ADD to the max, and to me it's like the best thing on the planet. Pero this taught me how to organize things. This taught me how to go through the motions of something that like helps you like make things easy for people, you know, where like cooking a burger, it's simple, pero if you do it multiple times, like cooking a French omelet, right? I never learned how to knew
What's
how to
a
make
French omelet?
So you take like 2 ladles of eggs, right? And like butter. Y tú lo mezclas ahí, right? And then it starts like coagulating un poquito. Right as it's coagulating, right? You smack it one time and then you start like flipping it towards you and it looks like a perfect cylinder rolled, and then you just put a little bit of butter on top and then it comes out like shiny. Se ve, oh my God. People, it's like technique cooking.
Do you
you
make
know?
like a cheese French omelet? Or?
You will put boursin, like garlic and herb, boursin pepper cheese, whatever cheese, goat cheese, te puedes tirar lo que tú quieres ahí adentro.
I want no goat cheese.
No, pero goat cheese no, pero boursin in there, eso sí que sabe rico. Pero people would line up, pero in there is where I learned how to cook. Después se despingó la cosa when the Hell's Kitchen team reached out. That was like nuts. They see my Instagram. I still had like 5,000 followers. I wasn't doing anything. You know, yo no estaba haciendo nada. And these people reached out and they're like, oye, do you want to be on Hell's Kitchen? Pero they like sent a DM from an account that had like 2 followers. I go, either I'm going to get raped or esto va a ser como una cosita aquí where, okay, this is like real. So we go, and then the amount of tests, the blood test, the psychological test to make sure that you're not freaking crazy and you go in there and be y mata la persona. It was the craziest test. It was 3.5 hours. 2 of those hours was a black screen and a questionnaire where there was like someone else watching me answer these questions. Pero the questions were crazy. It's like, so would you ever kill your parents? Hey, yo estaba ahí like, just don't make a face. You know, I was like, pinga, bro. If I make a face, like, you know, I was like, oh my God. Every little thing was there. The blood test y todo eso. I went on Hell's Kitchen, and that is where I truly became Cuban. It was the craziest thing ever. Porque when I lived in Miami, I wasn't cuiche. You know, I wasn't like, oh, blah, blah, blah. When I moved to California, y yo vi todo eso papas sin sal, I go, ¿tú sabes qué? Esto necesita a little bit of energy. I get on the show and everyone's like, oh, I left my kids. I did all this. You know, I'm going to win this show. I'm like, why do you guys want to win this show? You're going to work at a restaurant for the rest of your life. Like, what is the point? Pero para mí, era una cosa like, let's just go on and let's have fun. And the Cubanism started coming. And then from there, I was like, coño, I think I'm onto something. I love my culture. I'm cooking some Cuban dishes for Gordon. And he's like, oye, what did you do to this burger? What did you do to this? I'm like, oye, bro, it's sazon, dude. It's like you put a little bit of bay leaf, you put a little paprika, oregano, annatto seed. It turns into a whole nother dish. And it kind of clicked. After Hell's Kitchen, my ex hated me porque I had like a 280 person like apartment unit complex. I walked downstairs and I put un cartel. If you want Cuban coffee, Cuban bread, and pastelitos, knock on this door. $5. I have no idea if it was legal or illegal. Make me importa. I put that bitch on Yelp, right? The apartment building would get calls night and day being like, so is this El Cubanito restaurant? Like, is there seating outside? And they're like, what the hell is going on? One day I go to get groceries, whatever. I come up, there's a line outside my door. I open, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't know, whatever. I open the door. My girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, tell me, what the fuck did you do? And I was like, mira, escucha. I think they want cafecitos. I made like 200 cafecitos. I did, like, porque there was no Cuban food. So from Hell's Kitchen, I went into that, and then I dumped the girl. Well, like, we mutual dumping. Pero era esta cosita where from there I brought it back to Miami, and I started up the Chef Brad thing because she didn't want me to do Chef Brad y todo eso porque it's like I am very passionate about this, and like I want to make sure that everyone eats good, you know, porque at the end of the day everyone has to eat, you know, like it's not like, oh, woo, you know, si tiene problema, pero
you know, it's crazy you saying this because I go to a restaurant by my house, and the food's good. Good people. But I like the owner
Sí.
because from the minute you walk in, he's coming up to you going, "Are you hungry? What do you want to eat? What do you want me to make you?
Sí.
You know, what do you want me to make?" And those are the people that, when they bring you the food, as they watch you eat, they're fucking coming in their pants.
Yeah.
And that's a special feeling. Not for me, because I'll never learn how to cook. But I could see that when I'm eating, I'll look up and he'll be like,
Sí.
fucking like, how is it? And he won't leave till I tell him how it is and why it was good. And then he'll leave and he'll come back. You want more? And I think about this guy all the time because I'm like, it's like the Italian people when I grew up. When you went into their house, they bent over backwards to you.
Everything.
You know, it's like I read an article. There's a really good journalist 30 years ago in Chicago.
Sí.
And she was Cuban and she covered a lot of Cuban stuff. And she wrote an article about visiting her family in Cuba. And she said that when she walked in, no matter how poor they were, any home in Cuba, when you walked in, and this is 1985,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And she goes, no matter what home you walked in and what little or nothing that they had, they always offered you a glass of water. And I remembered that. I really remembered how special that sentence was, that they offered you a glass of water and they were happy that you were there. When people come to my house, I'm never happy. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're showing up with a piece of pussy and a meatball, I ain't happy.
Pa la calle. Pa la
What are you
calle
doing here?
contigo.
What are you doing here? You know, but there's a quality about somebody who wants you to eat, who's looking at you going, I don't care if you weigh 500 pounds.
Yeah.
I just want you to be happy.
I just want you to be happy.
And that's a fucking gift that a real chef has. What you're telling me that you make 200 coffees and whatever, that's a real chef. That's a chef humanitarian type of person.
Sí.
He wants everybody to have the good things. You know, when I see somebody eating bad food, it drives me crazy.
Exactly.
Drives me crazy. Anybody in this room knows.
Nah.
Drives me crazy because you live in America and you have all these options. And you're choosing to go to McDonald's.
Sí.
Or you're choosing to eat stupid fucking pizza at 50 years old, which drives me crazy.
Eso es
Drives
una
me
locura.
crazy. You know, all this shit that we do, when you have all these options to eat this fucking great food, and it only costs you $20 more to eat that great fucking food.
Exactly.
But meanwhile, you'll fucking kill yourself to eat something shitty. I'd rather tell my girlfriend she'd go fuck herself that she ain't going out to eat this week because I stopped somewhere at lunch and got a steak for myself, you know, and that's what I don't understand it anymore. And these guys will tell you, even when I was robbed, there was a Chinese restaurant I used to rob up in Fort Lee all the time. You know, I didn't give a fuck. My goal was, I don't mind not having weed during the week, but on Sunday I'm going to have weed where I got to rob you. And on Sunday, even if I don't have money, I'm going to have a top-notch fucking meal if I got to rob you.
If I gotta rob you.
Because that's the way life is. You cannot, well, I don't have any money. I'm going to go to Subway. That's the wrong attitude. Go get that money. I don't give a fuck if you
Go
dine
get
and dash. Go get that money. Because you'll feel so much better when you eat something
Hearty.
100% better. Like you just feel, you could be flat broke. I don't give a fuck if this is the last $55 steak I'm ever going to get. I'm leaving this restaurant with $3. I paid $50 for the steak and I gave a $20 tip and I drank water just so I could sacrifice to eat this fucking great steak. We've forgotten that.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, every time I drive by McDonald's, I go, who the fuck is eating this? And okay, there's financial limitations. There's people that don't make a lot of great money or whatever. But man, that's one of the things you live for.
Yeah.
Is to eat good. Every society, they showed you pictures of it. 10 fat dudes, you know, with a fucking table of fucking food.
Sitting
Whether it's
there.
Christopher Columbus. I just saw a picture of these. They have these Indian guys that fuck 14-year-old boys and they wear like a little mask. Even those guys, they feed these little kids before they molest them. These little kids dance for them and shit. I saw that on Instagram. See, that's worth looking at right there. I don't want to see no fucking guy doing stand-up or another podcast on Instagram, or you giving me a live report from what cheesesteak place. I don't want to see that.
No.
But 8 Hindus eating Hindu food, and they're like 50, and they got that little chubby. You ever see that fat dude that shakes? That wiggles? What
Oh,
is he?
yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
just
wiggle.
dances
That's
his belly.
outside.
I would put him in front of my restaurant. No matter
Every
what
day.
I told. $10
Skibbity
an hour,
bum,
just
bum,
wiggle.
bum.
Oh, yeah.
$20 an hour, all you could eat. And he
So,
just bum,
bum,
bum, bum,
bum,
bum. Interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at your videos and I go, every fucking week on Channel 12, they do that fucking restaurant that you go to. What's that place you go to that's better than Lavotti's? Up by my friend's house, up there, up the...
Restaurant or
You go to a fucking Italian supermarket, Peppino's,
Giuseppe?
Uncle
Uncle
Giuseppe's.
Giuseppe's.
You ever see the guy who teaches how to cook there?
No.
He should just shoot himself. That is the boringest cook in the world. And it's the same Italian shit that, you know, I'm going to teach you today how to make, you know, and you see him and he's got the chick from Channel 12. And I wouldn't eat that shit. I wouldn't even
No.
go down there. Because if it's going to make me that boring,
Exactly.
I don't want to eat that fucking
Yo no
food.
quiero comer ese pollo.
You know, and we all watch like Chef, whatever. I try watching that TV show at night, but he always wins.
Sí.
And that's bullshit. That guy always wins.
Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay.
Que clase,
you could bring-
Timon.
You could bring a chink from fucking China to make the best Chinese dish, and Bobby Flay always beats him.
Beat his
I'm not
ass.
watching it.
Beat his
I'm not
ass.
watching
He's gonna
that
beat
shit.
his ass,
A couple
Bobby.
weeks ago, he beat up an African guy.
That-
The guy had a
Pero
dish in
por
his
qué?
fucking mouth. Ba, 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 ba. He's cooking with the, he's pulling vegetables out of that dish in his
Fresno
mouth,
peppers.
throwing them in there, and fucking Bobby Flay beats him. And 3 white people judged it. Give me a black African in there to let me know what's really crack-a-lacking.
Yeah.
He beats everybody.
No.
He beats everybody.
No.
Even in their own, he could come to the. He's worse than the Knicks. He only wins away. That guy can come to England and fucking, you know, it's amazing.
Dude,
He
you're
beat-
upset like you lost a bet against for Bobby who
I
beat Bobby
lost
Flay.
again against my wife one night, my daughter, because I'm like, how the fuck is this Chinese guy gonna lose? He's a
Bobby
lock.
Flay. I know.
This guy can't talk. He's got a cat on his shoulder. He's a fucking lock. And Bobby Flay just beats him, and I'm like, nah.
No.
This motherfucker. Then you had Chef Leroy. What's
See.
his name? The Italian guy that molested somebody. Chef-
Badali.
yeah, that poor bastard. He made a
Crocs.
comeback.
I know, those orange
Ain't
Crocs.
nobody buying into that.
No, you
motherfucker.
see that in an
All those
alleyway.
guys. Batali. No,
See.
there's another guy. What was the guy 20 years ago? The
Pero
Italian
his
guy.
pasta's good.
Emerald Lagasse?
Batali's pasta's good. I
Yeah,
swear.
for
His
sure.
his
No,
recipes are
what's-
crazy.
Emerald Lagasse.
Emerald Lagasse. He did
Bam,
something too.
yeah.
Bam. He did something too. You
Bam.
you did something better than Bang. I mean, there's times I show you videos to people and we just fucking die of laughter. And I'm the comic. And I'm like, look at this. When you sit there on the thing waiting by the stove and the fucking hitting
What,
shit.
if, what, when he makes a fire come out of his ass? Like, he's
Oh, yeah,
farting.
yeah, the fire coming out of
Fire-
his ass. And you know, at the end of the day, that's what people want to see.
See,
That's
yeah.
why you're so memorable. That's why you went from 5,000 people to 600,000.
See.
It's like now I'm seeing people doing dates. Hi, I'm going to be in Chicago on Saturday. It's the most boringest video. I wouldn't go see you.
No.
I wouldn't go see you.
You wanna feel the
I want to
energy.
see you, somebody get mugged. Here I am in the corner of Chicago.
Go,
Watch
go.
this. You know, I'm sorry. I know Joey's going to get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Tape a fucking bum getting kicked or something. Then go, I'll be in Chicago all week. That's what sells. You walking, like I saw a friend of mine in front of a brick wall. I thought he was about to get shot, like they were going to shoot him. Hi, I'm going to be in Kentucky Friday and Saturday. Well, that's where I'm not going to be.
Done. Oh,
Not going
my
to be.
God.
So how did you? So because now I see your story. You went to acting class, the leotard.
I hated that shit.
The French do, because those French cooks got to stick up their ass.
No,
too.
no.
They do have to stick up their ass.
He was the first chef that has ever thrown food like ever. Ludo
Yeah,
Levev
they're
is like a
fucking rude
true
motherfuckers.
ese sí que
And they
es, who-
correct you on everything.
No,
You say something
everything.
wrong.
What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is this? And then there goes your steak that you just worked 15 minutes on. And then he yells at you, I need a steak now. I was like, bro, you just had a steak. Era un bululu. Pero truly, the energy just comes from like, oye, it's pure ADD and pure like intrusive thoughts, you know? Porque like, think about it. Whenever someone and like you're watching either a movie or kind of like even like a Family Guy episode or algo así ahí, they always say some gnarly like punchline and then they hit you with the actual scene of, oh, it's Ray Liotta buying honey, esto, whatever. And like you're like, what the fuck is this? Pero para mí it was just this thing of like, let me try to educate people not just on food, but all the music I use is from like the 40s to like the like late 80s, maybe like early 90s, you know? So I could keep giving people like the culture that like, oh yeah, maybe you were conceived to like this song, you know, Babe, I'm Gonna Love Tonight. Lime would always come on. Ah, babe, esa mierda. it hits a chord that sends you back in time, you know, to when fantasy would like play on the dance floor and you're like, me cago en la mierda, if I don't make the move right now, me jodí
you're
la
done.
mierda, I'm
You're
a
done.
Pamela Henderson
Yeah,
en la
you're
casita.
fucking bang on
Porque
that by
it's like,
yourself. Lee, what's the matter? Why do you got a creepy look on your face?
¿Qué pasó?
I don't know what I can dude, it was so we were walking here. When we took the bus, because you were talking about like the 80s. We were walking here. This very nice lady who was probably in her 40s or 50s almost caused an accident, pulled over and got out of the car like he was the Beatles, and like was called her husband. It's crazy. But it's like I was telling you when we were talking earlier, like the thing that you and Joey have just naturally that I wish I had is just like that energy, and I don't know how. I don't know how you do it. Like the energy that you two can have and get so excited about Pastelito, it's amazing. And then like you make yourself fly with the smoke. There's puppets on your show.
Hilarious when you make yourself fly.
Bro, it's like it's crazy porque it all harkens back to my love for like growing up. Like, oh yeah, my like mom would be like, oh yeah, you get home from school, you do your homework, you vete pa cuarto, or go play outside, whatever the hell. I'd go upstairs and I'd somehow always stumble upon like Penn and Teller, right? And these like magicians and whatever, and then the art of illusion kind of started like, if I have this angle, right, I have all this space that I could either put something in, I could put a box here that I could just step on, pero with the angle, it makes me look like yo estoy aquí volando como un fucking cohete, baby. And it was this thing where the art of the illusion, I try to keep very like old Hollywood too, you know, like practical stunts, no like CGI, porque yo no tengo, bro, I got Cuban parents, I ain't paying for that shit, and I'm not gonna pay for that shit tampoco, bro. CGI is un de pinga. Pero it's this thing where if you keep the practical stunt, like kind of like Charlie Chaplin, right? All of his things were all practical, like Buster Keaton too, you know, like he'd be hanging off a thing and you'd be like, oh my God, he's actually doing this. Pero it's just the illusion of the painting in the back, esto, and the camera shot. With all this and trying to hone it into this little like 16:9 like frame, I have so much room aquí that I'm going to try to give them all my energy, you know, so they could stay one, like attentive, pero every video you're going to watch me like grow, meaning as in like I'm going to try to get better at the editing, whether it just be something tiny or I'm going to add a puppet porque, oye, people in Miami, coño, it's hard to find some talent, you know? So I go, oye, aquí nos vamos, let's bring out the little puppet. So, and now I have Paco, you know? And then when I have Paco there, it's funny porque the kids are also really into it. Also, my like demographic blows my mind porque everyone swears on their mother that like I have like 2 crack rocks up my nose every time I do a video porque it's like, good morning, everybody. Pero no, bro, it's una colada, un poquito de marihuana, and I just go, vamos, aquí nos vamos. Let's cook some good food, but make sure that everyone gets the same knowledge, fun time, and kind of this like escape from like religion, politics, toda la mierda that's going on for like everyone. I just give you a space where I go, oye, today you might see Paco, tomorrow you might see Burrito Sabanero talking, pero you're also going to learn something. So when you're out on a date or algo así and she goes, oh, do you know how to cook? You go, yeah. Porque if you don't know how to cook and tú estás ahí haciendo eso, bro, cook just like you were saying, like take the time, go out, buy yourself some nice ingredients, right? And then when you cook it and you see and just follow along on these very like simplified, like it's not about measuring. And that's like another thing where it's all about taste and feel. Even if you don't know how to do it, I always tell people, solo cocina sin miedo, you know, like without fear, because if you cook with fear, it shows in your food and whatever you do, you know? So if you just go into it where it's like simple steps, you first put this, y esto, y echarle toda esa mierda, it comes out like a different animal. And I feel like the energy is just like the passion, you know, where like I'm like passionate about this shit, where like if you tell me, coño, I'm hungry, I'll go, dude, show me the closest market and I'll go in there, I'll be like, give me that, boom, 7-course meal para ahí, pero it's nothing fancy, no fucking frou-frou. I don't want the Michelin star porque todo es. It's just a lot of love, a lot of compassion, and just like, oye, this is just me sharing a story with you, and hopefully you like taste this and it'll transcend that flavor memory and send you back in time to when your mom, your dad, your abuelo, your abuela did something. Porque that is what I think this generation is missing, is that heart like chord of like coño, you know, like I came from like this awesome culture, you know.
These
where
motherfuckers just order food.
See,
And they get delivered to
And
the
Uber
house. They
Eats.
have no culture. It's
It's
garbage
all-
fucking food.
It blows
you got
my
the
mind.
fucking guy touching your food. 'Cause I
Oh.
don't trust those people.
No.
I know if I'm driving food and I'm broke,
No.
I'm smoking dope, I'm taking your pepperoni off your pizza.
yeah, you
I'm taking a piece of shrimp from
Yeah.
you. You know, there's always
There's
something.
7 shrimp here.
Pretty
I'm like,
weird.
yeah.
Last week I did a podcast with Lee about it. I love to see everything. I love when people tell you a story, how something came together. And I compared it to the new documentary about Led Zeppelin
Sí.
and Pee Wee's documentary.
Pee Wee
how
Herman.
he showed you the beginning stages of something completely different, but it all ended there. You know, Lee talks about energy. You talk about energy. I learned about energy as a salesman. Nobody wants to buy a car from, hi, what are you looking for? A V8? Yeah, we have them. Let me go get a key for you. Okie dokie. They don't want that. They want, hey, how the fuck are you doing? How are you? Well, we're just looking. Listen, there's a mall down the corner. There's 1,000 cars. You go down there and look. Okay, but I'm just kidding you. Listen, come on up. My name is Joey. Welcome to fucking the motor company here. Let's do this. Then you walk inside. You're like, I don't have a license. I'm just teasing you. You know, and you're fucking with them. You're fucking with them, but at the same time, you're pressuring them.
Exactly.
You don't even feel it. You're pressuring with them.
Boom.
Because if I just come out and go, no, go to the mall and look. No, I'm fucking with you, but I'm telling you right. And then you look at them straight in the face and go, listen, I'm going to take good care of you, but you're going to buy a car today, right? I just got you. And they don't even know what happened. They
Right.
don't even know what happened.
I was
Energy
lost.
is your key to when you want to make a point.
Yeah.
You ever go see a comic? Well, and some guys have a deadpan delivery, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
So you have to respect that. But there's guys you go see that, you're just making me want to take a shit. I came here to laugh and giggle, and you're funny, but you're not taking me there. I got too much breathing in between. I don't want that. When a guy wins a fight, how does he win a fight? By throwing one punch? No, he fucking berates him. He fucking berates him. Then he sees an opening and he jumps on him and he keeps fucking punching.
Yep.
That's energy. That's what energy does. And it's not something that you could take a pill for. You could do coke, you could do speed. No. Energy is something that comes from your stomach. It comes from within. It's from within you. It's a switch that just goes off. You know, how many shows we do together? 1,000?
Yeah.
How many times I complained to you and you about a show? I don't have no material. But as soon as I hit that fucking microphone, I'm like, you ever see the movie Carrie? The microphone gets electrocuted. That's it. Once I touch that microphone, I don't give a fuck about my wife, my daughter, what I'm feeling. My foot hurts. I just got out of the hospital. Doesn't matter. Because what's going to sell that joke, what's going to sell your performance, what's going to sell whatever you're trying to sell is the energy factor.
Yeah.
The energy factor. It's like you ever go like I remember coming from LA to New York City, and I would go to the Stand Comedy Club, and I would go outside to smoke a joint. And there was nights I'd have to throw the joint away and go inside because the cars were moving so fast on Broadway, or wherever the fuck I was. Boom, 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 lights are switching. Beep, 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 walk the street. And you're like, holy fuck, I don't get this in LA. I don't get this. The only time I get this is if I go to Vegas for the weekend. Beep, 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 lights and people walking. Hey. So I would have to slow it down. That's what I'm doing to you. I'm slowing you the fuck down. I don't want you to get anxiety, but I want to get your attention. I want people to say, I'm not taking my eye off him, because if I do, something might happen. I want the waitress to drop a dish, to drop a fucking thing of glasses, and see how many people actually react to her. If you're doing your job, they won't react to her. That's where energy comes in. Your energy beats everybody else's energy. Mm-hmm. Energy is very important when you're selling. You sell on your feet and you close on your ass. Mm-hmm. But you sell on your feet. That's car salesman shit. So when I was selling cars, I didn't know I was becoming a salesman.
It's fair.
A comic. I was already becoming a comic I'm sorry, not a salesman. I was becoming a comic from doing comedy. I brought that into my comedic career. When I became a comic, people are like, well, I don't know what to do if you don't get work. Bitch, you get up on Monday. What do you do when you need a car? You get there and you call everybody who came in the last 3 weeks. How you doing? We're having a sale today. There's no sale. There's no sale.
No.
There's no sale. But my energy, I'm so excited. This car is in. You looked at it. I spoke to the boss. He says he get you 20% off. Come, he ain't going to give you 20% off. But I'm selling you to come down. I got to get you to come down. That, every comic you talk to, I'm trying to sell tickets. Well, guess what? The connection is you making somebody at home actually get up and come to your show. Exactly. When I worked at the sports betting system, they didn't have credit cards back then, so you had to do everything in Western Union. Louis, are you going to call me at 7 o'clock when the Celtics are playing at 7:30 or 5? You call me at 7 for the hot pick because you lost 3 in a row, and I'm like, we could do this, but you got to run the Western Union real quick.
Jesus.
And if you do have a Visa card, you can call Western Union and send me the 500 with the Visa card. But you don't have a Visa card because you're a degenerate gambler. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go inside, you're going to get the $500, and you're going to go to, you know how many times people call me at 7:25 with the 10-digit confirmation number? I made them get up off their ass to come and pay me for a pick that's just as good as they were going to have.
Right.
Okay? Just as good as they were going to have. I got the pick the same way they're going to make that pick. I'm no special in them. What got them to get up? The excitement. You know what, George? What are you doing right now? Oh, I'm looking to see what the Knicks are going to do. You know what I'm doing? I'm getting my dick sucked, and the chick is rubbing my feet. That's from what I won Sunday when the fucking Indiana Pacers beat the Knicks. And you know what? If my team wins tonight, I'm going to get 2 other chicks to rub this foot and 2 other chicks to lick my balls while the other 2 are here. What are you doing? You're sitting there in your grandmother's house. You want to live like me, don't you? Yes, I do. You want your dick sucked every night? Yes, I do. Well, it starts by you going on the Western Union and pay me my $500. And I guarantee you, on Friday, I have a game coming on Thursday. If you think tonight's game is big, forget it. I got a game on Thursday. Let me tell you what you're going to be doing Friday morning. When you wake up, you're going to call a limo company. And then they're going, what limo company? The limo company.
No, the limo
Not going to matter because I'm going to put 10.5 in your pocket by Friday. I'm going to talk money. 10.5. That gets you 2 hookers, a limo, a bag of Coke, and I'll get you a free room in Atlantic City. They're never going to win, so they're not going to go to Atlantic City. I'm never going to get them the room anyway. But I didn't call them and go, hi, my name is Joey. No, I called him, hey, Joey here. Grab, listen to me. Grab the fucking pen, because we're not losing tonight. Why am I grabbing a pen? Because your mother sucked. She made a mistake. That's why you're grabbing a pen. Grab a pen. You're going to send $200. I just sent you $200 2 days. It's the energy, guys.
That's what it is.
And that's why his videos will capture you and go, what the fuck is he talking about? You're not even worried about the recipe.
Right.
That's when you know you're that good. When you're not like, the recipe got nothing to do with it.
I got to the end of a couple of his videos. I was like, I don't even know what he put in that thing. But that's, how do you, as someone who, I don't feel like I have that energy. But sometimes I do, but how do you just like manufacture it? Like, how do you create?
Remember science class in grammar school?
Yeah.
Kinetic and potential energy.
See.
Okay.
What's kinetic energy? Energy in motion.
Okay.
And potential energy is you standing there eating fucking amino acids, getting ready to take off to chase that fucking black dude. You got to chase a black dude. He's 10 times quicker than you. How you gonna catch him? You're not going to catch him with your stupid speed. You're going to sit there for 15 minutes and go, how am I going to catch this black motherfucker? Okay, I'm going to have to eat this. I'm going to have to eat this. And that's all potential energy.
Potential.
So when you get to the show at 7:30, I don't suggest that you do this, but you have to do this. You have to psych yourself up.
Same.
And tell yourself you're going to suck. Your mother sucks. They're going to bomb you. You're not going to get paid. You're going to paint yourself into a scenario. You're going to put yourself in a corner like a fucking rat.
Yeah.
And all that surrounded it is you're not a guy with a broomstick. It's all your self-hatred, all your self-doubts.
I got plenty of that.
I'm going to bomb. I'm bald. I'm fat. I got a missing fucking tooth. I got a big nose. I got a bandit on my ear. They're not going to like me. I'm 62. I'm old. They're going to... All that changes. That's where your energy comes from. That's when I just smacked you in the face 10 times and made you sit down. And I'm bragging to George how I smacked you in the face 10 times. And one of the times when I take my eye off you, you're going to get up with a right fucking hook and level me right in the fucking jaw. Boom. And it's not going to be your punch that knocks me out. It's the momentum of you coming off that couch with your legs. You're going to put everything into it. I'm going to go down like a bad habit. That's called potential energy. Okay, so I want you to psych yourself out.
Okay.
So that energy, you back yourself into a wall.
Yeah.
You're not. Forget about the owners here. Forget about who's in the back watching you. This is you against the world. So your energy will come. You're not going to let me just throw you around and fuck you in the ass, are you? You're going to try to resist a little bit. You're going to put a leg up. You're going to do something. My ass smells. You know, I haven't washed my ass in a week and I have a hemorrhoid. You know. That's how you build energy.
Okay.
You're in a fucking hole. You're getting out of. You're not going to get out of that hole by going, hello, hello, anybody out there? No, you're going to fucking yell, and then eventually, Silence of the Lambs. When she's yelling and she starts making the thing and the plan, and he gets the dog, I'll snap his fucking neck, you know. Don't kill my boo-boo.
Lotion. Clarice.
It's time to watch that movie again. When he put his dick between his legs and starts dancing.
That shit was gnarly, dude.
But here's the funny thing. When the guy puts his dick between his legs and starts dancing, you're like, how'd they know I did that?
They got me.
Because we all did that shit. Like, oh my God, I got a pussy.
Meatball sub.
No, I don't get the pussy. And your energy comes out from the mirror. Fuck you.
You have to do a Chef Brad After Dark and just come out like that.
Oh yeah. See, no. I'll do the meatball sub. You do the up and tuck, and then you turn around, and then you go, mira eso. Y las dos bolas están ahí. It's like a subway. It's hilarious. No, pero everything you're saying is true. It's that it's the potential and the kinetic energy. Literally, it comes from the moment of, like, think of it. Game 7, 10 seconds left. You have the ball. Está ahí. Put it back there. Pero también, think about all those bitches that fucked you up. Think about that time that you wanted something so fucking bad and you didn't get it. And you go, what the fuck can I do to get this shit? For me, I think the energy came también from when I stopped taking ADD pills, right? When I was a kid, 13 years old, mom put me on this shit. By 15, I go, no, fuck this shit. Porque every time I would get in the car, she'd be like, so how's your day? And I'd be like, I want to die. And like, she's like, what the fuck? Why? And I was like, no, bro, because I just know how to work the parents, you know? Porque the energy sells, right? So we know when to, like, oye, keep the energy down to kind of paint the picture of, oh yeah, I really don't want to do this homework or I'm going to kill myself. And the next day I'm at Dr. Wagner's office and I'm sitting there for an hour and a half, right? And I'm juggling this fucking psychiatrist like a bitch, right? He's there, bro. I'm fucking like 10 years old, bro. And I'm juggling this motherfucker like a bitch. Estaba ahí, right? And like, he's like, oh, for an hour and a half, just hablando mierda, bro. Just like, oh, so how's this, whatever. I look at him and I go, so are you going to ask me? And like, he goes, ask you what? Bro, I didn't want to do math, and I said that I'd kill myself. He goes, so are you going to kill yourself? I go, no, bro. I just fucking hate homework, dude. And this kid goes, or like this psychiatrist like calls my like mom, and he's like, oh yeah, bro, just take him off, like whatever. Just keep him on this ADD medication. Don't take him off, right? Every day, this bitch will give me these pills. I just throw them in the car seat. One day, the fucking dog, bro. I used to take my dog to school. Este perro. I like put it there and like his tongue is all sticky and shit, right? It grabs this little pill y lo pone ahí, right? And I'm holding this dog. This dog just starts getting like heavier, bro. Yo estaba como like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with this dog? Este perro solo estaba ahí like sentado. No, it wasn't dead, thank God. This dog, I put it on the chair. I've never seen this dog solo así. Parao. Just straight up así. I get home that day. The dog is staring at the wall, bro. Así como.
He ate the Adderall?
Bro, he ate the Adderall. It was nuts. Porque I would never take it. And then the moment I got off of it, that is when the energy stayed. All of these like different pills, porque tanta muchacha, bro. Every bitch I know goes, oh no, I'm on it with you. I just need to take a little pill. That's it. And I'm like,
that's
bitch.
To my man in Austin.
I go.
Girl gave him an Adderall.
My God.
It saved me that night, though.
No, I bet. Pero it's like all these bitches, oh no, I'm a little sad. Bink. And I'm like, bitch. You're about to be sadder in like 6 hours? Holy shit. If you think you're sad now,
You didn't
prepárense.
like the Adderall?
No,
I've never done it. People always say,
I did it, and then they switched me to this other one called Quillivan, where I was like, de pinga, bro, what the fuck are these names? Like, what are you gonna say? Just don't stick anything in my ass, like whatever. Pero once I realized what it did, right, where like I'd go to school, and by 8:30 I was like this, and then like I'd be sitting there, and I'd be like, life and time is just moving past me, but I want to say shit, but I can't. Then I stopped taking it, and I'm sitting there in class. Oh my fucking God, I'm there. I'm like, what's up, bitch? I need this, esto, whatever. Boy, you went to like lengths of like just, I loved to like just make sure that everyone was okay, Pero that's where that salesmanship energy and that like you learn it as like everything happens. Pero for me, I always say the pills y toda esa mierda, never do them porque it'll just change that energy for you. Energy comes from the passion and all the hatred and all the shit that's hurt you in your life, and you just turn that shit around and you go, you know what, fuck, bro, this is gonna kill me if I don't do well. And when the camera turns on and when the lights go on, it's
all
like
that shit goes away.
goes away.
And I'm not trying to argue with you. The problem I run into
Tell me.
is I'll say that bad shit to myself, and I'll talk myself out of doing something. I'm like, oh, they don't want to see this, or this is bad.
No.
They don't want to hear from me.
No.
So like, I don't know how to.
You're not
turn
beating yourself that up. You're working on the day. You're not thinking about your bits.
Mm-hmm.
You're not breaking down your bits here.
Mm-hmm.
You're just thinking about they're gonna hate you overall. That you're thinking about all the shit people said to you. You're thinking about the little insecurities you have in your mind, and the energy comes from you proving a point to yourself.
Okay.
And the energy, energy sells. Energy is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm always fucking sells, Brad, what's your next move?
Oh yeah, next move, I hopefully I want to do a cookbook. So either a kid's cookbook and like a Cuban like major cookbook too. Pero porque my like demographic I feel like is like a lot of kids and like people that just need the like recipes. I kind of want to do like a fun like cookbook, like very like outlandish, make it great, where it's like kind of like the joy of cooking, pero there's pop-ups, there's things.
You know what you
like
should
that.
fucking do?
Tell me,
You should take these Instagram pages and do like a fucking, what's that shit that people pay you to make videos?
OnlyFans? No.
Well, that too.
Mira eso.
OnlyFans with a fucking steak on your dick. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking with the black beans and rice.
Black beans
on
and
your
rice.
nutsack.
Mira este moro, maduro from the waist down, bitch.
No, what's that shit? Cameo.
Cameo.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm
Like,
on.
I would love to, like, if I could just call somebody and say, I need a video on your recipe.
Oh, see.
Like a video library that you create, just like what you're doing here.
See.
You should put all those in video library, and people could always, in the next
You're
2
right.
years, shit's going to come on the computer. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh yeah.
And I've always said, listen, the computer is a fucking gold mine for money.
Oh, it is
If
nuts.
you attack it the right way,
Exactly.
there's a fortune under that shit.
Yeah.
And that might be the future. And what I like about your cooking videos, it's not a half hour.
No. It's a minute.
I love that
Max.
chick that cooks with Snoop Dogg.
Mm.
What's that blonde that went
Martha
to jail?
Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Oh,
whatever.
tremenda
So all
convict.
those dishes take an hour. I ain't got an hour to learn
No,
how to bake.
no.
I don't want to really learn how to bake, but bake the most important Cuban stuff like pastelito guayaba.
Pastelito de
That's
guayaba.
what people like. I love pastelito guayaba. Once you put the cheese in there, you lose me.
No, same.
When I was a
same.
kid,
Same.
this is how of a Cuban house I grew up in.
Oh.
We lived on 88th Street. Dessert was always a piece of guayaba with the cream cheese and
Right
with a
on
Cuban
top.
cracker. My mom would drink the coffee, and then they would do a line of Coke because of the digestion.
See.
That was a Cuban dessert in the 70s. A line of Coke for digestion. Then they'd sit there and they go, man, that line of Coke is doing me a lot of good. You sit there, how come I can't do one? I'm tired.
my tummy hurts.
Oh my God.
I'm
no.
happy that you fucking came here today. And
Oh.
I wanted people to see what you're about, and I want people to go to Chef Brad, the page, if you want to learn how to cook Cuban. He's
Beautiful.
got pumpkin on there. He's got so many different recipes.
Everything.
He just doesn't cook Cuban. He makes steaks on there. He does a
Lebanese,
fucking
crazy things.
phenomenal job, man. So Follow him. What do you got going on, Lee? You're going to Tampa this weekend.
Fuck you. I'll be in Tampa. 7 shows. 2 shows.
Oh my God.
6 o'clock on Saturday, 7 o'clock on Sunday. I'm headlining. The rest of the week, I'm opening up for Greg Fitzsimmons. But 6 o'clock Saturday.
Look at the
7 o'clock-
energy. Look at the energy.
trying,
There you go,
I'm trying.
motherfucker. That fucking bitch.
I'm trying my best.
We
I'm excited.
we have tickets going on sale Thursday or Friday. Go to the Hard Rock Casino in Fort Lauderdale. Tickets go on sale Friday, the 4th, which is Thursday, I think. Whatever the 4th is, yeah. 2, 3, 4 on Thursday.
The 4th
And
is a
tickets
Wednesday.
officially go on sale on Friday for Hard Rock Casino, Fort Lauderdale, September 6th, the night before the Dolphins play. I don't know who they're playing yet. So it's going to be a good fucking weekend. Lee will be there. Chef Brad will be there. George will be there. Nick will be there. We're chartering a flight right from fucking Teterboro. We're going deep. Fuck it. If the flight fall, I'm breaking even on this game. I don't give a fuck. I'm breaking even.
You're like, fuck Newark.
You fuck Newark. We're just renting a Teterboro.
We go
We're gonna
build a plane.
Do the whole video for them, get 20% off. I'm going to break even on the gig. I don't give a fuck. Just to say me and my boys want a private jet.
Oh, shit.
Get a steak on that motherfucker. Bring a cat.
I got it.
Bring a fucking cat just to show people the power. Because why get I'm flying everything. A cat, a cow. I'm like Pontecorvo's Deli on 40. I saw that the other day. That's still there, George. When I was a kid, my mother would go there. Like if you were doing a Santeria ritual,
See.
or somebody was sick, your mother would go get you a chicken.
Exactly.
It's on 54th Street and Burgerland Avenue. It used to be huge. When I was a kid, they had it was Italian people, so they were the mafia. They had bears, they had fucking lions in the back. They
Tigers.
could sell you anything, but the front they had like chickens and roosters and fucking. And the guy was like, fucking, he was missing an eye, and he come out like with a limp. And you tell him like, let me get a chicken. And as soon as he turned, all the chickens would run to the back of the cage and start fucking. And he would walk to the cage and just, which chicken you want? That one. And he would just stick his hand back there, break his fucking neck, and then slam him on his leg. You were like, what the fuck? Book up. They had a machine where they defeathered it. Remember the feather? They throw it in there, and the feather would come out, and then your mother would give you a little cooked chicken with it wasn't even cooked, it was just pieced out. Fucking tremendous. And the chicken was always yummy in that. Fucking, I saw it the other day. I'm like, I can't believe that thing is still there. People are still buying. That's Spanish people.
Same.
They don't fucking buy it. Fuck that fucking, what's his name? Purdue. Cuban people don't eat that Purdue chicken.
Isn't
with
Purdue,
the fucking
that's
bacon
Cisco
over the
shit.
top with. Fuck you. They get the real chickens down there.
Dámelo
And when
pollo.
you ever go to a Mexican restaurant, they actually put the chicken paw in the soup? Remember they put the fucking leg in the soup? And
Collagen,
and
baby.
you're like, nah.
I know.
That toe's got fungi on it. I'm not eating that motherfucker. So June 4th, Fort Lauderdale, Lee Syatt will be at the Tampa
Side split.
Side Splitters, 7 shows. Please go support him and bring him a Cuban sandwich.
See.
He's going to be in Tampa all weekend where the Cuban sandwich is said to be invented. I hate doing that little faggy thing. I think my name is Chad. Hi. But, yeah, go check Lee out this weekend. If you're in Tampa, follow my man, Chef Brad. It's a great follow. The only fucking webpage I like as much as his Instagram page. And for you people who have been bugging me for the last month, I'm going to tell you again. Crazy girl Maggie lives in Colombia. I've never met Maggie. Some guy sent me an email the other day like, you're cheating on your wife. And I'm like, dog, she lives in Medellin, Colombia. I've never met her. We make videos. She sends me videos. I put them up. Well, this has to stop because it seems like you're cheating. Well, okay, then I'm cheating. Long distance, I guess. I don't fucking know. She's 20-something. I'm 62. Yeah, that's what she wants. A 62-year-old fucking man. Did you see her body? Did you see her ass? She could have fucking George Clooney if she wants. She's going to fucking talk to a 65-year-old fat fuck with missing teeth. What the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? Anyway, get your tickets for Fort Lauderdale. I want to thank Chef Brad. I want to thank Chef Brad. I want to thank Lee Syatt. Look, he's not high today. We gave him a pass this week. We're getting the heavy duty. I had some for him, but the shit I'm going to give him, he won't make it to Tampa. And I don't want to hear him crying. I missed my flight and all this shit. Every Tuesday, I got to call Lee, and it's always something. What? You know how I feel. He always says, Lee, what's going on? How you doing today? You know.
Well, yeah,
I
you
don't
called
know.
me at
You
9
know.
a.m.
I did
after I was up
2,000
to 3 in the
milligrams. You
morning.
know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Lee, what? And then he's like questioning me. How come you don't feel that way? Well, because I got up, I smoked a joint to get a bite of the animal that bit me last night. And I'm sweating it out at the gym. But Lee'll sit there like, I don't know what to do. Well, fucking get up, cocksucker. Take a shit and smoke some reefer.
I do that all the time.
No,
It
you
doesn't
don't.
seem to
You
help.
don't smoke in the daytime. I know you motherfuckers. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Tip Top, Magoo. Don't forget UFC 316. Don't forget the basketball finals start on Thursday. And I'll see you motherfuckers next week. Tip Top motherfucking Magoo. Stay black.